Oh, this is not good. This seems to be working fine. Looks alright. Alright, make sure my phone doesn't die.
Relaxing days like this are nice. Let's take it easy.
Alright. So in this stream, we're just gonna be like trying to catch up on pre-weapons really, because Nahida's banner and Yoimiya, can't forget about Yoimiya, will be dropping in 17 hours. So we have 17 hours to grind up at least 800 primo gems to do one 10 pull. Because, you know, my math is correct here. 800. Actually, I calculated the math before, so I know. 800 primo gems is equal to 5 primo gems. Or 500 primo gems. Wait, not 500. 800 primo gems is equal to 5 intertwined. And when Yoimiya's banners drop, by the way, I'm at 0 pity, so when Yoimiya's banners drop, what am I doing? But when Yoimiya and the heater drop, this should be refilled obviously in 6 hours. It should be refilled before they drop actually. So I'll buy the 5 intertwined out of this, and then I'll have 800 primo gems by the time they drop, hopefully by the end of this, so I can get 10, so I can do 1 10 pull and on either banner. I'll probably do Nahida first though, because Nahida is a Dendro must have, to be honest. If you're gonna run any Dendro teams, you're gonna want to have Nahida. Like, no exceptions really. Because there's no one else other than Traveler and Kale, and Kale is not really good at Dendro application. She can do it, but she's not really that good at it. And Traveler is all we have as a good Dendro player right now. By the way, don't laugh at my setup, like my team, or anything like that. Because I'm not playing for meta, really. I'm playing more so to have fun. Which is where I'm running Neely Vaporize. A very muddy Neely Vaporize team, mind you. But like I said, I'm not trying to be a hyper meta player or anything like that. I'm just... Sometimes I go for meta, sometimes I don't. I just kind of do the best I can. Let's see what I can do.
Get them! Everybody stand! Absorption test. Swirl. Mark. Here. Nice and spicy. Eat this! Animal test 6308. Let's light it up! I'm going in! Out of the frying pan! You're toast! Everybody stand! Stand clear! This dance is for you!
That was rough, but
Off we go!
yeah, and that's all that matters. We got through it. And that's how I play the game, really. As long as I get through it, I'm fine. I'm not trying to have super crazy teams or anything. Um, I probably won't be trying to go like super meta builds or anything or super meta teams until I get, get a job and I'm able to like pay to play. Cause I do want to put some money into this game. I've dedicated enough. I've invested enough into this game of my energy for it to warrant, at least giving it something, so that I can actually,
Adventure time.
further enjoy my time with it. Um, so, but not yet, because I'm still unemployed. I have applied for some jobs though, so don't worry. I'm not a complete bum, and I'm not just sitting here doing nothing for the most part. I'm trying. Enough about that though. We're gonna finish doing these reputation things. Um, in for Inazuma, because I'm still trying to get the wings.
Off we go.
I don't know. Purple is my color, so naturally I will try to get the wings of Inazuma because they are purple. A very elegant color, purple is mind you. I do have I do have a new Bloom team, just the standard one. The only difference between mine and like the normal Bloom team for Neela that's available right now is that I don't have Kokomi, so I can't really use her, so I just have Zincho. Yes, my Zincho is level 70. I've not been really hyper investing into specific games. I've kind of just been all over the place. Which I am trying to work on a bit. Because for pay to play or free to play, you do really want to manage your resources very well. Um, so also, I have been trying out Tower of Fantasy, and so we'll try shooting that soon. I haven't gotten very far in it, so just kind of exploring Astro, but I haven't really gone too far into the story mode either. Story mode's rather uninteresting to me too. No offense to anyone that actually likes the story mode of Tower of Fantasy. It's the one that's not that easy.
Germinate. Positions. Forward ammo. Help. Witness the power of Gurwa.
Scatter!
With all my strength. Yeah.
It's rough. Naturally, not having a healer on the team makes it really hard to maintain your character's health. And look at Traveler. It's kind of struggling here, but it works. It does its job. As long as you kill them fast enough, you don't have to worry so much about health. You can just heal afterwards. With Zincho or with food, just slowly heal. But the team works. Could be better, obviously. Still need to get much better artifacts first. And this is where I'm saying, don't laugh. Alright, I'm kind of just, if it works, that's my mindset with this game. If it works, it works. I'm not trying to go super meta, not yet. When I start playing for the game, I'll go meta. But right now, I'm just kind of trying to have a bit of fun. That's all. Doing what works, doing what gets me through, and that's what matters. I'm giving him as much elemental master as I can. So I got him on 2 wanderers, 2 gilded. And the pieces aren't bad. Yes, this is a 4-star piece, but it's not bad. Like, it gives him energy recharge, which Traveler needs. Elemental Master main stat, which is good for him. And then the crit rate is a nice little bonus, Dendro damage bonus, Goblet, which is actually pretty good. Crit damage, crit rate, energy recharge, all stats that he... crit rate and crit damage isn't as important for Dendro Traveler, but it's still nice to have. And the energy recharge is good on Dendro Traveler. Energy recharge is good on anyone, really. Whenever I talk about this, it has elemental mastery and energy recharge on it. That's why. Alright, I'm just trying to give him what he can use, and it's 2-piece gilded. I needed another piece for gilded to get the 2-piece, so I just do this on him. I'm not gonna bother leveling up this because I do want to. I'm gonna replace it soon, and I have the resin to spend. This is just a good piece. Crit damage, elemental mastery. I think it's a good piece. Sunset too. Almost mastered. And this is just another good piece. Energy recharge. I think um this is an alright piece. I'm gonna put it to +8. See if it goes into element or energy recharge. So yes, I'm kind of broke. I'm broke in real life. Crit rate. Can't be mad at it going into crit rate, but I would have preferred energy recharge on this specific piece for Traveler. Also Nilu, I don't have her weapon, so she's on Harbinger of Dawn because all the other weapons she's not really like, she doesn't get anything for physical damage bonus, and the sacrificial sword is like a 5-star for Xingqiu, and Bennett Favonius sword is good on him, energy recharge. It's one of his best in slot weapons, so I'm not gonna give her those. If I get another Favonius sword or something, I might give it to her because, but you know, Harbinger of Dawn isn't bad. Giving her the extra crit damage is good. Is alright because she does crit a bit. She has 20% crit. But I've obviously mostly centered on HP. Anyway, we're not going to talk about my artifacts. We just don't have to talk about it. My artifacts aren't this bad on other characters. It's just this team. I'm just trying to straight by out there. Trying to do what I can. So there's this last bounty. And we'll start doing quests and stuff. Start farming primos. Majority of these quests, if not all of these quests, are three of these quests are story quests, so they are rather long. Okay, you'll get to see my reactions to them because I haven't played them. I've watched them with me going into. Well,
propagate.
Here!
Sa!
Rain cutter!
Write this on the sun.
Rain outlines your fate.
Yeah. Cut down. This.
I think we should heal, bro. Don't hit me.
Scatter. Terminate.
Positions.
There we go. Alright, so that was calling me.
No.
It's not what I want to do. Call is good because the extra bingo application I don't have her leveled up or invested in at all.
Witness the
That's
power
what
of
she
the
got
one.
one shot at them.
Scatter.
Not her fault. Oh, it would have been really helpful here.
Spring form.
Positions.
Propagate.
This dance is for you.
That was rough. My apologies, caller. So, like the rewards and also, yes, I'm capped on resin, and I'll spend it soon. Something when I figure out what to spend it on. I think I should pre-farm for Navita, but I don't really like pre-farming for units because I don't know if I'm gonna get them I feel like pre-farming should only be for people that either have their primos saved up or have money to spend. Because otherwise you're just wasting your resin on stuff you don't know you're gonna get. Oh wait, we gotta do these requests as well, so. And then we'll do the story missions. And then we still have, we still have Inconomia, what it's called. Yeah, Economia. 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 But we'll figure it out. This one's not too far. Just What?
Submit. Let's light it up. I'm going in.
Eat this! Race you!
Time for takeoff. Yahoo! Let's light it up.
Nice and spicy!
Your life is mine. I'll remember that.
I did not realize that I'm going with solo. He loses health so quickly nowadays.
Give up.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Your tip!
Let's play.
How's this? How's this? Very.
He also seems to get hit by everything as well.
It's nothing.
You win. This.
I'm going in.
That's quite the trunk.
It's a lucky day.
Submit.
Try.
guys are
Think you
just
can get
spoiled.
away? Brace yourself.
Finally, I picked the wrong test subject.
Don't waste my time.
This
So now, look at this shit.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
This is been to this already.
Everybody stand!
Give up.
Howard.
Your life is mine.
Nice and spicy.
Don't waste my time. Rude.
Wait, he's healing?
I'm going in!
Booba, get them.
Here we go!
How the fuck did he get all the way over here?
Nice and spicy. You're toast.
Teamwork is
Minutes
dreamwork!
first.
It's nothing. Yahoo! Time for takeoff.
Over here.
Here we go!
Oh wait. I'll wait for you to get your shit together, Mr. Lolacho. You know?
I'm going in!
Don't waste my time. Your life is mine.
Think you can get away?
Into a Vince's burst like that, but it's fine. He gets energy backs quickly enough. We, we'll do missions. We'll do these story missions first. Versus Ito. And Mizuma. I figured Ito would be in Leora.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Hi, Catherine.
Well, I guess he is an Mizuma character, so I guess it
something we
makes
can
sense
help
that he's in Mizuma.
Yes.
Because he's
After
Geo,
assessing the
he's in
assignment,
Just another day on the job for us.
allow me to explain.
Noni?
That's correct. This particular Oni is quite vocal and audacious, so he already has quite the reputation on the streets. That said, he has never been caught up in major trouble of any kind. So it came as a surprise to learn that he has recently been accused of stealing things, and sometimes even whisking away the people themselves. But it doesn't end there. When the Tenryou Commission dispatched a Doshin to apprehend him, he assaulted the Doshin before making a getaway with his accomplices.
So let Paimon guess. It's up to us to bring this Oni in. No problemo. This does sound like a job for the Traveler. He'll be back with that Oni in no time.
I've have complete confidence you will
You
succeed.
like how she says
However,
for
please
us to
exercise
bring in the
caution.
ruffian or bring
This
in the
Oni
Oni, but
also
then she
happens
says
to hold a
Traveler will
vision,
handle it.
and is the leader of an
The amount of
organization
times
known as the
Paimon
Arataki
has
Gang.
proven her uselessness infuriates me. Like, why are you here? What's your purpose? Are you gonna be the final boss?
We
Because
have
if you're
no
not,
idea
then I
what
see
we'll
no
be up
reason for you to be
against.
here other than for
Better
moral
play
support.
safe.
If
We
that's
are
the case,
still
I'd rather her just be
investigating
like
Arataki
an
Ito's
actual, like,
potential motives behind
like
these
just sit in a
incidents,
backpack or
as well as
something.
his current whereabouts.
Like, I'd find her much more tolerable if
But
she
please
wasn't, like,
ask around in the streets as
acting like she
well.
was independent from me by
There will likely
floating
be others
beside me
more
as if she's
familiar
my
with
actual
Ito's
partner. She's
circumstances than
literally
I
just
am,
here.
who can thank you. I will await your return. Ad Astra Avisask.
I wonder if we're like raising Paimon. Have we like adopted Paimon? Has the Traveler adopted Paimon? And like he's raising her, and then like later on, like
Hopefully we'll learn a little more about this
Moonlight should be like an
Arataki
actual
Ito
like
guy
useful
and figure
fighter.
out where he might have run off to.
Well, I mean, by the end of the story, I'd imagine we'll be leaving this world. So, I'd imagine not, but it's interesting to think about. I guess strange thought. Shall we?
Arataki Ito? Yeah, I've heard of the guy. Word is he did something monumentally stupid, then ran off before they could catch him. And to be completely honest, I was a little surprised when I first heard it. Okay, well, I mean, not that
Surprised?
surprised.
Does he have a reputation for this
He
nonsense?
already had a bad reputation?
Isn't that,
No,
that's
not
what Catherine
exactly.
said, Paimon.
He's just very overbearing in everything he does. Big and brash and always making a
Yeah,
ruckus.
not a bad reputation, but
So,
it has a
on the
reputation
one
for
hand,
being
he's a larger-than-life kind
aggressive.
of guy. But on the other hand, he's emotionally volatile. When he's in a good mood, he's as high as a kite. But when he gets upset, he gets completely enraged. I don't personally see him as a bad guy, but I guess I wouldn't put it past him to get all riled up and lose control. You know, I'm afraid that I'm not too sure myself. I keep a pretty good eye on what's happening in the city, and as far as I can tell, he just idles the days away. When someone asks for it, he's willing to lend a helping hand, but other than that, he's just out making a scene with the kids on the street or his gang. If I had to guess, his lack of income finally drove him to do something more drastic to make ends meet.
Is it just Paimon, or is this Ito fellow starting to sound pretty weird?
You call everyone
I'm
weird.
afraid that I don't
Paimon.
have much else to tell you.
You're weirder than
He
everyone
tends to spend
else.
his time with people a little more lively
You're
than
really a
myself.
floating fairy that
Perhaps you
almost
should try
drowned.
asking
You can
around some
fly.
more.
You don't call that in the least bit strange? No one knows where you came from. Stop calling everyone weird. The amount of people she's called weird, I can't even count them all.
Arataki Ito? Oh yeah. I heard about that whole thing.
You can't
I'm
tell. I'm
sure
not the
it
biggest
must have
fan
been
of
a mix-up
Paimon.
on the Tenryou Commission's end. He could never do anything so dastardly.
He just well, she was just a lot more chill at the beginning of the game. Her voice was less high pitched and squeaky.
No,
She
perhaps
spoke a
you
lot more calm
misunderstand
and
me. When I said he could
didn't
never
state the
do
obvious
anything
every time she
dastardly,
spoke.
I meant he literally doesn't have what it takes.
Her enthusiasm wasn't too over the top or anything. Like, why did they change her to be like this? I liked her much more at the beginning of the game than past that point. What did she say? No, perhaps she was understanding. I said, smart enough, strong enough. He's probably strong enough. The dude carries around a big, can't remember what they're called. Like, damn it, what does Kaido use in One Piece? I remember the name. I know the name of it. I'm not skipping past this dialogue option until I know the name of his weapon. What's it called? Damn it. It's not a mace. It's not a club. It's something else. What's it called? It has an actual name. What is it? Kaido's. I know the name. What is the name of it? Carnival. That's what it is. I think that's what. I think that's what. I think that's what Ito uses. It's a carnival. I don't think it's a club. I think it's a. I mean, I guess you can call a carnival a club, but I think its proper name is a carnival. Um, he's definitely strong enough. I don't think it's that he's not smart enough either. I don't like either one of these options, but he's certainly strong enough.
Maybe a story will explain it better.
I think it's more so that
So,
he's
he used to spend a lot of time playing rock, paper, scissors and hide and
just
seek
not.
with the kids on
It's
the
not his
streets.
nature.
Kids, being kids, aren't
That's something
exactly
off
the
the
most
chart here.
difficult to outsmart. I'm sure you can
Let's
see
try
it
this
getting
week.
here. He used to
Staying
lose
in
all
its
the
proper
time,
place.
sometimes catastrophically.
On purpose, though, right?
No, not at all. The one time I saw him win, he started jumping around and yelling, "I won! I finally won! I'm unbeatable!" And so on.
Did you have
Then he
to
took the
go
kid's
so much into
candy as his
character?
prize and ate it right there in front of
Oh, yeah.
him.
Ugh, that's just plain wrong.
He did take it way too far that time. The poor kid started crying, so I stepped in and gave Ito a scolding. He was pretty quick to admit that he was fully in the wrong, and it wasn't long before the kid had stopped crying and was laughing and playing again as if nothing had ever happened.
As
In
most
fact,
children
the
do.
children quite like playing with him because he's always serious about the stakes and never throws a game on purpose. So, I suppose what I'm trying to say is a guy who can't even beat kids at a children's game really gonna be capable of these kinds of diabolical deeds?
Well, to be fair, did I miss something? Is this not while Ito is still a child or something? If Ito is still a child at this point, then we can't really put it past him. It's not fair to say that, oh, when he was a child, he did this. So is it fair to say that now that he's an adult, he won't do this? Or was he an adult playing with children? Seems to be what it implies here. Maybe I missed something, but I don't feel like going. Like, I think that I understand. Because to be fair, I was over there charging my phone, so I didn't hear that first part of the story at all. I think I understand your point. That's not all what I expected to hear.
Huh. He doesn't sound like a bad guy at all. In fact, he kind of sounds like a man of integrity.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. Still, the Tenryo Commission's evidence against him is supposed to be irrefutable. So, I'm not trying to condone his actions or anything. If he really has messed up big time, then he should face the consequences just like anyone else.
Thanks for the info. We'll keep asking around.
Arataki Ito. Of course I know him. We've been trying to apprehend him recently. We know he's already left Inazuma City, but with no clues to follow, we have no choice but to commission others for help, including the Adventurers Guild.
Captain says that
He said
Arataki Ito
adventures
hasn't
really
done
such
anything
disdain.
seriously bad before, so it seems pretty strange. Paimon's curious. Is there any evidence of all this stuff he's accused of?
Yes, of course. Otherwise, we'd never have put so many people on the case. For starters, most thieves will try to devise a way to conceal their identity, but for an Oni, the horns are a dead giveaway. I mean, the whole city could have recognized it was him.
Naturally.
At first, he was just one of our suspects, but when we went to investigate, he personally confessed to everything and started trying to provoke the officers. What's most frustrating is that he then managed to escape along with his entire gang. He must have been planning the whole thing right from the start.
You still have yet to tell us why he's so wanted.
Of course he did. Whether material or psychological, there is plenty of evidence either way. He's never had a Mora to his name his entire life, and he's never kept down a real job. Word is that he also takes care of someone in his gang, and that the burden of it takes quite the toll on him. After scrounging for a living all these years, maybe he thought that being the bad guy would be an easier ride. As for his psychological motives, it's a bit embarrassing to talk about, but we confiscated his vision during the Vision Hunt Decree.
To be honest, he's rightful in that. The Vision Hunt Decree did more damage than good, far more. It did no good at all. It stripped people of their very being.
At the time, Arataki Ito put up quite a fight. It took a huge amount of manpower and resources, and in the end we had to enlist the help of Kujo Sara to finally secure his vision. The Vision Hunt was a mistake, but we never expected that he would go to such extreme lengths to take revenge on us.
He does sound a little unstable, just like people have been saying.
I mean, who are you to judge? You're literally an airhead who does sound unstable. That's probably how she floats. It's just helium up there. That's probably why her voice is so damn high.
If the two of you are able to capture Arataki Ito, please bring him straight here. We'll handle him from there.
Thanks for all the info. Too bad we still don't know where he could have run off to. We already got word on the street, so maybe it's time to talk to a real specialist. Paimon remembers that there's a detective agency here in Inazuma. Maybe we can try asking there.
So, don't expect me to say much while we're traveling along these points. Just not much to say. Just kind of following the story a bit. So I don't lose track of what's happening.
Hello, we'd like to ask some questions about Arataki Ito.
Oh, him again. Sure. I have answers. We've already done some investigating for the Tenryo Commission. But first, do you have enough Moro to cover the fee? I've heard all about your travels. After everything you've been through, I'm sure you understand the way these sorts of things work.
How much more are we talking about here?
It's
A
still
one-off
kind of
payment of
lame.
397,000 Mora, upfront. Plus a further 5% of your Adventures Guild remuneration as my commission, if Arataki Ito is successfully caught and brought to justice.
Are you fine?
Whoa! That's crazy expensive! How did you even come up with the price that high?
Hold on. I wasn't finished. It just so happens the initial fee has already been paid in full by the Tenryo Commission. All you'll need to pay is the small commission fee. And, as for that
Then why
amount,
even bother
I'll
telling
settle
me
things
the
with the
initial
Adventures
fee?
Guild once we have Ito. So, from the way I see it, you guys are getting a pretty nice deal. Now then, to give you the full picture in this case, we must first recount a well-known Inazuman
I
fairy
already
tale.
don't much like you, Sangha.
A long, long time ago, in a village lost to
Now you're
time,
gonna tell me
there
a
lived a
story.
crimson Oni and a blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The crimson Oni looked fierce, but was gentle like the humans. The blue Oni looked human, but was reclusive, like an Oni. The crimson Oni wished to befriend the humans, but they were scared and threw beans at him whenever he came near. So the blue Oni said to the crimson Oni,
Akka, I'll cause trouble in the village. You'll come and stop me. Then the humans will accept you.
as planned, the crimson Oni chased the blue Oni away. The crimson Oni's deeds spread throughout the land, and people finally accepted him. But when the crimson Oni went to tell the blue Oni the good news, He was gone and left only a letter behind.
I went traveling. Don't come find me or they'll treat you as a naughty little Oni. But don't worry about me. No matter where I go, we'll always be friends.
That reminded me of Demon Slayer for some reason.
What about the little blue Oni?
Just gave Demon Slayer kind of vibes.
I suppose the blue Oni simply disappeared, never to be seen again. Only the crimson Oni remain now.
But the blue Oni was just an innocent little kid.
Paimon, please be quiet.
Of course it does. Otherwise, I wouldn't go through all the trouble of telling it. One interpretation is that the story is actually broadly based on historical events and that Arataki Ito is, in fact, a descendant of the Crimson Oni. What I'm trying to tell you is that the Oni have sacrificed a lot in the past in order to finally integrate themselves into human society. But there are still some volatile personality traits in the Oni bloodline. Every generation of Oni inherits these traits. So while Arataki Ito has never been known to commit a wrongful act in the past, can we ever completely rule out the possibility of him one day allowing this side of him to take over?
But how could he do that? After the blue Oni's sacrifice? That would be such a betrayal.
That's a very old story. Nobody knows how long it's been since the blue Oni disappeared. We can only assume that they have long since died out, in which case, it would be quite a stretch to say it still counts as a betrayal at this point. Besides,
Sango.
the suspect has already confessed. What is there left to discuss? According to my investigation, he was headed southwest. I would bet he's already made it to Yashiori Island by now. The
That's
Tenryo Commission
all
is
we can
unable
get
to
in
enter
there.
territory controlled by Sangonomiya troops. No doubt that's the reason Arataki Ito chose to flee in that direction. Don't mention it. I'm just doing my duty.
Wait, Paimon still has a question. If Arataki Ito has given into his bad side, won't that mean he's extra mean and...
I could only assume so. Judging from his previous bouts, he is a skilled fighter with a lot of brute strength.
These guys are
but
judging.
what's up with
This,
people throwing beans at
these
Oni?
guys are judging
Ah,
Ito for one
yes.
bad action
Now that you mention it,
that ultimately
I
was
seem
for a
to
good
recall that
cause.
Arataki Ito
But
is
now
allergic to
he's
beans.
evil, and he's given completely
fact,
into his bad side.
If
Now
you
they
could
need
weaken
to
him a bit by triggering his
incapacitate
allergies,
him.
perhaps you'd have better
Wow.
luck subduing him.
But then that's a fair bit about society.
Right.
It just so happened, of course.
I no longer want to talk to you, Sango. Moving on. Ooh, wow, 2,000 meters. Alright, well, we're teleporting. Not trekking that far. Hey, Jill Galaxy. This is gonna be a pretty chill stream, so don't expect it to be the most energetic. It's pretty late for me as well. Is in time, like it's I don't know what time it is.
Detective Sango,
It's
Ito should
11
be
11 over
somewhere
here.
around here.
Though granted, I don't actually usually go to
Hasn't
sleep until
mentioned
like
that he has a
5 a.m.,
vision.
so it's not really
Why
bad.
don't see if you can track him down using
It's not really bad
elemental
time.
sight.
Elemental sight.
Look, footprints. Let's see where they lead.
We've done this rodeo before, Paimon. Don't have to tell me twice. What the hell
There's
is...
a camp here, but nothing stands
What,
out
where
as
is he trying to guide me
particularly
to? This
noteworthy.
camera is going all over the place.
Let's keep moving forward.
What's going
There
on?
are more footprints here. He should be just up ahead. Wait, could that be him? Is that Arataki Ito? He doesn't seem to be looking this way. Perfect. Let's try the beans Detective Sango gave us. It'll save a lot of hassle if we can avoid a fight.
If we... Oh wait, hold on. Wait, I'm sorry, where are we trying to lead him again? I was not paying attention. Hold on, where are we leading him to? Dude, I was not paying attention to what Paimon said. I usually skip over all of Paimon's dialogue because I just don't like to hear her talk. Hey, hang on, Ito. Wait a second. Actually, I don't mind if he sees me. Because I know he's not a bad boy. I guess the objective is to not let him see it, so. Oh. Now listen here. I don't even know where we're trying to lead him. I think we're just supposed to give him the beans. There. We just give him the beans? What's supposed to... Oh, hit our attack Ito with the beans. Am I dumb? I was just not looking. Hold on.
Beans!
I thought we were supposed to lure him somewhere. This is so mean,
Are you
man.
okay?
Like, what's the point in doing
What should we
this?
do? Paimon didn't think he'd react this badly.
Come on.
Don't be alarmed. It's just my my allergies acting up. I've got it under control. It's all right. I got this. Just gotta tough it out. I can take it. Who am I kidding? I gotta catch my breath here. Whatever it is you want, it's gonna have to wait. I need a moment.
Alright.
Need a moment.
I feel like that was so unnecessary. We should have just approached him first, and then if he attacked us, we should have used the beans. There's no reason to
That's better.
put him through this like this.
That
You
sure
don't,
took a lot out of me, though.
don't even know Paimon.
Hey, why'd you have to be so mean, huh?
Exactly.
Surprise attacking me like that.
I agree with you, Ichi. I don't know why the game made us do that. You can never be too careful when doing. There's plenty more beans. No, these answers are so scummy. We shouldn't have done that.
Oh, I get it. So you're here to bring me in. How in the world did you find me all the way out here? Well, whatever. If you think I'm going back with you, you can forget it. I'd walk away if I were you. I pack a mean punch, you know. I don't want to hurt any regular folks like you.
That's pretty big talk considering all the beans we have.
Yep, that's right. Me. All by myself. Nobody else. As boss of the Arataki gang, I gotta nab a little food and drink when we're running low. That's only natural, right?
Yeah, but nabbing people? That's taking it a bit far, don't you think?
Not when their families will pay good mora to see them again. Easy pickings. And the extra mora means I can, give some to my gang to spend on themselves.
I feel like he wasn't being honest there, so I won't say that. Overall, it's just questionable.
Hey, what's with all the questions? Like I said, I'm not going back with you, so stop wasting everybody's time.
No way, mister! We've accepted a commission to bring you back!
What did you say, little one? Go on. Say it to my face.
She did say it to your face, and so.
Well, mostly he took a commission to bring you back.
Paimon has no backbone.
Looks like you aren't gonna let this drop. In that case, we...
Oh,
Uncle Ito!
Don't run now.
Uncle.
Careful or you'll fall.
who's uncle?
What's taking you so long? You said we were gonna have a beetle fight today. Come on, you promised.
Beetle.
Yeah, that's right. Still going ahead. But you see, I've been out here for ages, and I still can't find a beetle that I like. So, just give Uncle Ito a little more time, okay?
Oh, the beetles fight each other
Who are
like
they?
Beyblades, but
Are they your friends?
sadistic. Wise?
Yeah,
Did you
that's
make these
right.
beetles
I
fight
told
each
them
other?
not to come, but what can I say? They were just too worried about me.
That's upsetting.
It's because of a little thing called, prestige. Yeah, because of all the prestige Uncle Ito has.
What are you talking about?
Come on, just play along. Leave the kid out of this.
Uncle Ito, you don't look so good. You look like you're about to...
That's because Uncle Ito bumped his noggin on a tree branch while looking for a beetle. Uh-oh. It's all good, though. These horns are rock solid.
Okay, if you say so. Granny and I will keep heading back now. Don't...
Yep, I'll be right there. Hope you're ready to lose today.
Who were those people?
The old lady was Granny Oni. She's the one who took me in and raised me. And the kid's name is Daisuke. I took him in just a while back. They're both like family to me. They escaped with me out this way, along with my boys from the Arataki gang. If I didn't bring them with me, the Tenryou Commission would be knocking on their doors for sure.
Right. But if you care about them so much, then you shouldn't have done all that stuff that made them worry about you in the first place.
Listen, how about we make a deal? You two let me go wrap things up with Daisuke, and once we're done battling beetles, the two of us will settle things with a duel. If you win, I'll come quietly. You can take me back to Inazuma City, and you won't hear a peep out of me. Why? Because I'm an Oni of my word. I'll just tell little Daisuke that my friends and I need to step outside for a moment. That way you won't worry. Cool?
What should we do? There is the kid to consider.
Oh, it's on! I like your style. All right, but first things first. I need to find an Oni Kabuto to battle with. I've been looking here for ages and haven't found myself a winner yet, so it's time to try somewhere else. Come with me. Saves you...
I mean, I have plenty of Oni Kabuto you can use. I think. Actually. Yeah, I have a fair amount. Probably not enough to ascend you whenever I get you, though. Probably not past, like, 50.
By the way, Paimon's curious. What kind of game is beetle fighting?
You guys have seen Oni Kabuto out in the wild, right? Even though they might look menacing on the outside, they're big softies on the inside. Most of the time, they're just sitting there doing nothing. But let me tell ya, once the Oni Kabuto start fighting, they won't let anything get in their way. The grand game of beetle fighting is a match where your beetle tries to flip the other beetle onto its back. Hey, it's not just some kid's game, okay? There's way more to it than that. I have taken part in more beetle fights than you would believe. At least 800. I may have even crossed the 1,000 mark by this point. Anyway, after a while, you can tell a beetle's fighting potential just by looking at its shape, size, and the patterns on its body. But it's not just about all the physical stuff. Oh no, your Oni Kabuto's got to be in the right headspace as well. If it's not up for a fight or doesn't have the guts, well, then it's game over. Boy, are you two lucky you ran into me. When it comes to beetles, I'm the expert that the experts go to. I'll show you all you need to know.
But we're not the ones that
Pretty sure
will be
only
playing.
like
We're just here to keep an eye on
types of
you.
demons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, anyway, not a problem. You two
So
might
yeah,
think I'm just tooting my own
Oni's
horns
a
here,
demon.
but
To
just
answer your
you
question.
wait.
Sorry for
I'll
making
make
that.
you a
Sorry for
beetle
taking so long
expert
to
in
answer
no
that.
time.
I was just
And by the way, that kid has one tough beetle. We can't underestimate it. We have to find a real lean, mean beetle warrior.
Okay, so he's not the sharpest horn on the Oni.
neither are you,
Okay,
Paimon. You're
let
not
me see.
sharp at all.
Ah, there. Let's
You're
head to
probably
that
the
hill.
dullest character in
I'll
this
bet my
entire
bottom
game.
Mora we're gonna find
Besides,
some
like,
major league Oni Kabuto hiding out there.
Besides maybe Klee. Klee might be a step below you in terms of sharpness. Or dullness. Whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't roast Paimon so much if she wasn't so judgmental of people when she's like,
Just our luck.
Literally the
Oh,
most useless thing in this
oh,
game.
darn it, they're all gone. Let's hop down from. Look, you see all those purple things? It's a whole pile of Oni Kabuto. Now that's what I'm talking about. Huh? Oh, what the? Ah, no, not lavender melons. Ah, well, even a pro like myself can make a mistake from time to time. It's okay, just gotta roll with the punches. Let's try somewhere else.
What are we getting? Sorry, what are we getting?
Wouldn't gliding be
Oh, only
faster?
Kabuto. Something.
This is the one! This is the one! See? As long as you're in my company, you're guaranteed to find yourself an Oni Kabuto. Yeah, it's on the smaller side, but
Looks
size
normal
isn't
size to
everything in a
me.
beetle fight.
That actually looks bigger than normal.
Just let the expert explain, okay? What smaller beetles lack in strength, they make up for in agility. They usually got a whole bunch of sick moves just ready to whip out when the right moment comes.
This, you're talking about them like they're doing like backflips and stuff.
Listen, you can never see a beetle's true energy until it's in the ring. It might look a bit young and docile, but that's got its advantages. Haven't you ever heard the saying, don't judge a book by its cover?
Yeah, that's what
Young
Paimon
beetles
does
that have
every
never
day.
fought before always go all out in their first fight. Older beetles that have already been through the wars tend to just cower in the corner the moment they see a strong opponent.
I didn't care what kind of beetle we caught. I just want to get this quest
Hey,
over
didn't I
with.
say not to worry? Come on, just have a little faith, would ya? My experience is telling me that this Oni Kabuto was spawned to be a champion!
Right here! Look what Paimon found! If we're gonna battle some beetles, then Paimon wants in! It's not like we have anything else to do. When you hopped down, Paimon flew off somewhere else nearby and found this one!
That's a pretty one.
What do you think, Ito? It's big and strong and looks like a real fighter! It matches everything you said about a good fighter, Beetle! Bet the one you guys found must be way bigger.
Oh, you got some experience catching beetles too, huh?
Nope, this is the first one Paimon's ever caught.
Well, looks like you got a real knack for this. You'll be a fellow beetle fighting expert in no time. I mean, not as good as me, but still.
Oh, so overall not that good then.
Anyway, great. With both your beetle and mine, I can tell this'll finally be the one. This time, I'm gonna win for sure. Well, you know, that's just life, man. There are so many people in this world who are talented, passionate, but it's no guarantee that things will go their way. So many unrelated things have to come together at once in just the right way to make victory happen. There's this word that really sums it up nicely, actually. It's, coincidence.
As in pure luck? Huh. Guess it makes no difference whether we have Paimon's beetle or not then. Might as well just...
Whoa. let's not do anything rash here, you know?
The smaller beetles know a bunch of sick moves. Didn't you say that younger beetles are fearless?
I think both of these fine beetles have a shot at winning. Let's just hang on to them and give them both a try. A true warrior never leaves a good beetle behind. Anyway, time to head back and get this show started. Man, I am psyched for this. Woo! Let's go!
Brace yourselves.
There's a thing down here. Innocuous. It's in the air. It's in the air. I don't like the ones that you have to do this to get them because it's always so. Well, that one was easy, but usually it's like it doesn't quite get you up high enough to get it, and so you just have to like try. I'll go over and over until it gets you high enough.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what? Oh, there's one behind the tree. Or is it in the tree? That's behind the tree. Thank you for the common chest. It's not like I don't get those every time I do anything in this game. Instead of looking at this exclusive chest. Is there something in it?
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Maybe I already got whatever's in there, like.
Finally, you're back! Can we start our beetle fight
We
now?
were supposed to bring this guy
Yeah,
in,
sure
and
thing,
now we're
buddy.
having a
But you
beetle
better
fight
watch
with him,
out.
with
I
this
brought a
random
real
kid we
winner
don't even
back
know.
this time.
Don't worry, I'm not scared of your beetle. Go, go, Stripey Ghost!
I've
So
got
do
this
these
fight in the
beetles just
bag.
like fight
Let's
each
go,
other
Nimble
on site?
Ninja.
Because Ito said these guys are like chill most of the time.
Huh? When did you come up with that name?
Come on,
So it's
you
like
can
if they
take him,
just
little guy.
they don't fight unless they see each other. So when they see each other, they just go into fight mode.
That's right! Finish it!
Honestly, it looks like it's pretty stale. Looks like a stalemate to me.
Oh, no! My little Nimble Ninja!
Ha! Looks like I win again!
Dang it! Ugh, it's my 7th loss in a row.
Is it okay? I think some of these guys like fight to the death, and these guys get a kick out of it.
Stripey Ghost is invincible! Even Uncle Ito can't beat him.
I won't forget this. I'll beat you next time, I swear! Alright, Paimon, you're up. Time to give Crimson Cyclone a shot. Maybe it'll end this losing streak of mine.
These things are literally Beyblades.
Crimson Cyclone!
That sounds like a Beyblade name, does it not? Does it not, Gel Galaxy? Is that not a Beyblade name? Well, it could be a Beyblade name. These guys are playing Beyblades with beetles. This is like sadistic.
Whoa! That one looks ultra strong.
This thing is a different breed. This thing is a different color from the...
But
It's different.
it's still no match for you, Stripey.
Alright, little guy. Use your Super Paimon Tornado!
Super Paimon Tornado. Yeah, this is Beyblade.
No, I can't believe it. I lost.
Yay! We won! Ha! Paimon knew Crimson Cyclone would be the best!
Boy, did that one put up a fight. Woo! It wiped the floor with Stripey Ghost.
I see.
I know a real beetle trainer when I see one. Way to kick some beetle butt, partner.
It's like Beyblades X Pokemon.
See?
Or maybe it's just
Paimon got
Pokemon.
real talent. Of course, Crimson
No, it's
Cyclone has to
Beyblades.
take some of the credit
It's
too.
more like Beyblades than anything. It's just that they're not spinning. But in nature, it's like
Oh,
Beyblade.
right. Yeah. Now that the beetle fighting's over and all,
Mm-hmm.
this is for you, Daisuke.
Huh?
Wait, what?
For me?
Go ahead, take it, Daisuke. When we finally get back to the city, you can show it off to all your friends.
Wait, did we get a gift?
But
I was not paying attention.
will we ever be able to go back?
I think I
Of
missed something.
course
I
we
didn't know we
will.
got him a gift.
Trust me, I never go back on my word.
Oh, no, I
Anyway,
remember. I
got some
remember.
things I gotta discuss with my friends here. Go
I
play with
remember.
Granny for a while, would
I
ya?
was paying attention. I just didn't.
There's a good boy.
Good. The
Good
kid
call.
doesn't suspect a thing.
You're from the Tenryo Commission, aren't you? I bet you're here to capture Uncle Ito.
Huh?
Hey, didn't I tell you? They're my friends. In fact, they're in the gang. We're practically family.
That's not true. I already know everyone in your little gang, but I've never seen these two before. Uncle Ito didn't do anything wrong. Don't take him away. And not only did he not do anything wrong, he also saved my life. He's not a bad guy.
I was already aware of that, which is why I find this whole situation rather strange. Seems like everyone's really just jumping to conclusions here.
Hey, some things we don't tell to outsiders, remember?
Didn't you just say we
How
were
should
part
I
of the
explain
gang?
it?
So.
I'm a real lousy liar.
Ito, sometimes you need to just say what you have to say. Don't worry about us.
I guess. Thanks, Granny. Seems I can't hide it anymore. Come with me. I'll explain everything.
You're gonna pick up that Oni Kabuto, though.
I'll be
right?
honest with you.
You
This
can't just
thing
leave
the
him on his
Tenryou
back
Commission
like
is
that.
investigating, with someone going around taking people and their possessions, it wasn't me. Any of it. I have my own reasons for lying about it, and I really didn't want to get innocent people caught up in this while I'm still trying to solve the real problem here. And the same as you. I just want to avoid conflict at all costs. But it's just not worth it if someone gets hurt.
So why in the world would you say that you were the culprit?
Well, maybe you don't know because you're Outlanders, but it all started a long, long time ago with the story
no,
of
we
the
heard
Crimson
this story.
Oni and
We
the
heard it.
Blue Oni.
We heard it. We heard it.
Hold on a second. If you're talking about that fairy tale, we've heard that
Oh,
one
well, now
already.
since Paimon said it, he's probably talking
so
about
you already
something
know.
else. Okay, no.
Well, that makes things a whole lot easier.
Usually when Paimon says
So,
something right after
Is the
something
story
else,
from
it's
the fairy
always the
tale
opposite.
Really true?
Like that.
Everything
Usually
about
it
the
would have
fate of
been
the
like,
Oni is
oh no,
true.
no, I'm not
The
talking
Blue
about
Oni
that.
chose
It would
exile.
have been a
and
completely
the
different
Crimson
story
Oni
because
stayed behind.
Paimon is like,
But
it's
the
like
other
the game
details
dislikes
aren't
Paimon,
historically accurate.
which is fair because
Fairy
I
tales
also
are nice
dislike Paimon.
stories, but there's something they leave out. It's a little
I'm probably gonna
thing
be
called the
bullying
cold,
Paimon
hard
quite a
truth.
bit in this. So
The Inazuma of long ago
if you're
was a
watching this and
dangerous
you like
place.
Paimon,
If you wanted the right
I'm
and
sorry,
Shogun's protection,
but I'm
you had
also
to have
not
a good
sorry.
relationship with the humans. The Oni are a proud kind, so it wasn't easy for them to ask others for acceptance. Over time, the Oni eventually split into two factions. The Crimson Oni were friendly with the humans, but the Blue Oni, they were more stubborn and insisted on keeping to their own.
Paimon thought you were two different species. So really, you're all one family?
Yep, that's right. There's no real difference between us. We just paint our horns different colors to show which side we belong to.
Oh, I see.
Because humans were still wary of Oni at the time. The Crimson Oni always hoped to find a way to live in peace with the humans, but the Blue Oni kept clashing with them. Humans didn't see a difference between Crimson and Blue Oni. All they knew was that Oni were hard to get along with. If things were to continue that way, the Oni were never gonna get along with humans. And so, the most revered leaders of the Crimson and Blue Oni decided to resolve it once and for all. Over drinks, they swore an oath. The Blue Oni would play the role of evil Oni to help the Crimson Oni integrate into human society. But the Blue Oni's leader gave two conditions.
What were they?
First, the Oni must abandon any prejudice they held against humanity. Every Oni was to accept humans in their heart before the humans accepted them. Oni were not to use their strength to mistreat humans, but were also not to stand for mistreatment against themselves. Second, the Crimson Oni were to integrate with human society, but not by trying to please the humans. The Oni were to embrace their own honest characters, their surging tempers, and their awesome strength to win respect from the humans. In other words, they were to carry on the Oni bloodline while also protecting our Oni pride.
I see. It's an interesting take on the Oni story, I guess.
After choosing exile, the number of Blue Oni began to dwindle, until eventually, they disappeared altogether. Since I first heard the story of the Blue and Crimson Oni as a kid, I've heard it countless times in my life. Not once did I ever imagine that the Blue Oni clan had actually survived.
So you're saying the real culprit was a descendant of the Blue Oni?
That's right. Most people don't pay attention to the color of an Oni's horns. They probably don't even know that Blue Oni exist. But nothing gets by the Arataki gang. At the scene of the crime, they saw an Oni with different color horns than mine. Still, it'd be strange if the culprit really was a descendant of the Blue Oni. I can't bring myself to accept it.
I wonder if we'll get another playable character like Ito, but with blue horns instead of crimson. That'd be interest. That'd be an interesting story quest. Ito meeting a blue Oni, and then being able to play as that blue Oni.
Exactly. They would give up their life before abandoning their pride. I've always respected the Blue Oni for the sacrifice they made. And I know the aspirations my ancestors had for the future of all Oni. Our pride does not allow for any wrongdoing.
Yeah, it'd be
You
cool.
don't steal from other people. You don't harm other people, period. My guess is that the Blue Oni
That was my
tricked
chair,
or
by the way. If you heard
forced
that,
into it
that
somehow.
creak sound,
But
I assure
don't
you
have
that
any
was not a
evidence.
fart. Believe me, if it were a fart, I'd let you know. I know that exacerbated sigh that came after it made it sound more like a fart, but trust me. So you're trying to buy more time. I missed that part. My guess is that the Blue Oni was tricked or forced into it somehow, but I mean, I only have one
That's
dialogue
right.
option.
If I didn't
so-
step in, the Tenryou Commission would have definitely caught them by
See,
now.
it's my chair. I promise. You hear that?
They have to do with
I don't know if
any
you do or
of
not, but
this.
it's my
He
chair.
said that you saved him, so he knows your story, right?
The more I try to defend it, the more it just
He was
sounds
the
like
one I
I'm
managed to save from
like,
the Ronin after I
deflecting.
sent them running from the scene. He was off playing somewhere when they came by and ransacked his house.
Oh,
By the time he
He's
came
off
back,
playing
his
somewhere.
parents had been taken. The whole reason I'm in this is to help this kid find his mom and dad again.
I never believed you were a bad guy, Ita. I don't know what these people were on about. Why didn't you just tell us that in the first place? You shouldn't have lied to us.
I never wanted to tell you yet. There's more to this than just one Blue Oni. There's a dangerous group behind everything that's been going on. I didn't want to get anyone else caught up in this mess. That's everything. The whole story. If you don't believe me and want to drag me back to Inazuma City, then I'm gonna fight you with all I've got. But if you're willing to believe me, then please, give me a little time. Once I find the Blue Oni, I'll turn the both of us in.
Yep, Paimon too. Just treat it like we're here to keep an eye on you.
So, you... all right. I knew you'd be reasonable. I knew it. I was thinking right from the start. These two fine folks, they're just out here in the pursuit of truth and justice, man. Yeah, we are gonna get along just great. Well, I should tell you, though, things could get a little dangerous, so, be ready for anything. Don't say that I didn't warn you.
Don't worry about us. We're seasoned adventurers.
All right, then our first job is to investigate where this Blue Oni is hiding out. There's a victim of his that saw him up close, currently taking refuge at Sangonomiya's camp. I figure we can start by talking to him.
I thought Ito looked like the Demon Slayer character. Trying to think. Which one? Oh, Rengoku? The fire breathing, Hashira? Rengoku? I can see that. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Also, that backstory with the Blue Oni and the Red Oni gave Demon Slayer vibes as well for some reason. It just kind of felt like I was watching Demon Slayer. Nothing in particular looked like Demon Slayer. Just felt like I was watching it. Can we teleport there? I don't feel like climbing that.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
No, Vinci gliding would not be faster. In fact, there's nowhere to glide from.
Everybody stand back!
Guba, get them!
Oh, let me out, let me out. Let me out, I was not ready for a fight. I wasn't ready for a fight.
Let's light it up! Give up!
This is my whack team comps.
Time for takeoff! Nice and spicy. I'm going in.
Don't waste my time. Your life is mine.
Eat this!
Let's play.
I thought this was just gonna be like one of those. Oh wait, this is timed? I was not paying attention to the time at all.
Everybody stand back.
Hold on, hang on, can you clutch? Clutch. There you go.
We can't have treasure
My
unaccounted
team is not the
for.
most equipped for fighting. Not this team anyway. Also, those guys are just protecting the fight. They're tanky and they do so much damage. Where am I going again? How do I get up there? I guess I gotta climb. Actually, Vinci,
Here we go.
do one of the only things you're purely known for anyway, besides crowd control. Crowd control is probably...
These weapons need more tempering.
Is this where you get the, No. I'm thinking of something else, I guess. Kind of a shame though. I did actually kind of want to fight Ita.
Yo, you must be Masato.
Just like a light sparring match.
And Oni.
Not to bring him
Oh,
back to
no,
the
not
thing,
another
but
one.
Just to spar.
Yeah. Not the one that robbed
Have
you,
we
though.
fought
So,
a
chill.
playable character?
I
yet?
contacted you before, remember? I need
Yeah, we
to
have.
go.
We have. Trying to think.
Oh, right.
Have we?
Sorry. I'm still a bit on edge after the incident. So anyway, here's what happened.
I
was
mean,
just
like
out
non-boss
transporting some
battle. Like
goods when
obviously
a
we
group
fought
of Ronin
Child and
suddenly
fought
attacked
like,
me. It's not the first time that's happened to me. Usually
fought,
you just hand over some
what's his
Mora and
face?
they'll leave you
Child
alone.
and Raiden.
At least you don't
I
lose
mean,
your
like
goods
in a
that
story
way.
quest, how we fought.
But this time was different.
As like a sparring match.
They weren't willing to talk
I
things
can't.
over.
I can't think if
Instead,
we have it.
they
I don't
took
think
my
so.
things and they
Besides
started
Child
coming for me.
and Raiden, I don't think we fought any playable characters.
For.
That'd be
I
fun though.
got down on my knees and begged. Then I saw that there was a... But
Have to deal with their actual
he stopped the
movesets.
others and told them to let me go. Yeah, but the young Oni was insistent that they shouldn't lay a finger on me. Things got real heated. I thought they were gonna come to blows.
I did not mean to
Luckily,
skip all that, by
they
the way.
let me escape with my life in the end. And
That's
I
kinda just going
scrambled to get
autopilot.
myself here, where I'd be safe.
Because I'm so used to skipping
I
through
never want
dialogue
to set foot
options
outside of here again.
or dialogue.
So he'll steal, but
Just
he
in
won't
general.
harm people.
The only time I actually listen to
Since
dialogue,
he has some sort of standards.
I'm either
Can you say why
genuinely
they were
interested
robbing
in
you?
whatever's happening, or if it's an
Surely,
arc
it was
quest.
Mora, right?
In this case, I'm actually
What else
genuinely
could they have
interested.
wanted with me?
Some story quests
I
are just
mean,
kind
I
of boring.
can't say
I'm not
for
gonna lie.
sure. It's not like I asked.
Or
But
I've already
what I
watched
did
them
hear
before.
them
I'll
say
skip it if I've
was,
already watched them on
the
YouTube.
goods are worth more than the merchant's life, or something like that.
Ugh,
Because I have a
idiot
problem
Oni.
of doing
Do you
that.
have any
like,
idea
I
where they
watch,
went after they
obviously, I
robbed you?
know I'm going to get spoiled about
I
it.
have no
But, like,
clue.
It's
But
interesting
I think they're
enough
pretty
for me to
active in
just
the
kind of watch it.
Tatarasuna area.
Anyway, I'm going to stop talking.
You weren't gonna go after them, are you? Seriously, I'd advise against it. There are too many of them, and they're all heavily armed.
Ah, don't worry. It's just a bunch of no-name scumbags. I got a whole laundry list of scores to settle with them. If these two islands are where they tend to hang around, we're sure to run into them at Nazuchi Beach sooner or later.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. I didn't listen to a word of that. Hardly. I listened to that last little bit where I went quiet. The rest of that, don't know. But basically, we're just going to this beach, right? That was the whole point of that conversation, was to tell us to go to this beach. So I don't think we missed anything important. Oh, wait, there's an Oculus up there. Did I try to get that? I feel like that's on top. I know it's in here somewhere, I think. Right? I saw it. I know I saw it. I'm not gonna sit in here taking damage.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
But just know that I saw you. I will get you, Mr. Oculus. Or Mrs. I don't know you. I just know you will be God. Oh wow.
They gotta pass through here sometime. Let's just hang tight for a while. If I'm not mistaken,
I wasn't actually gonna shoot those
we're
birds,
showing
by the
up
way.
in
Don't worry. I don't
time
shoot
now.
birds.
Yeah, things might get a little rough, so we better be prepared.
Every time I accidentally kill like an animal, except for boars, I will actually actively kill the boars in this game because they go out of their way to like ran into
There
me.
they are. And one
You
of
could
them
be
has
walking a
horns.
complete opposite direction, like away
it's
from
go
them, and
time. Let's
they'll
get
like
'em.
they'll like dash at you. Especially when you spawn, like when you go to a teleport waypoint, and there's a boar right next to it, and as soon as you spawn in, they run into you. Like even though they do no damage, it's still irritating. Cause like why? If you're so scared of me, why run into me like that? Oh wait, we're playing as Ito. I just realized. Hello. I've never played as Ito except for in some trials where he's available, so I'm not used to playing as him. Alright. See what you got, Mr. Ito.
Looks like you fellas aren't going down without a fight. Fine by me. Let's fight first. And
I was
talk
looking
later.
at chat. I look back and I'm in the fucking water. What? Alright. Wait, so how does he work? Wait, what does he have on him? Elemental burst damage. They always put Noblesse Oblige on these guys. Like every time I look at what they have, it's always Noblesse Oblige, even on characters that don't need it. Trial builds are trash. What are his... From what I know, he's like... I know Ito's centric around defense. You build up his defense, he gets big boy damage. That's what I know. Red Horn Stone Thresher. I think that's one of his best weapons. I think I remember watching a guide on Ito, even though I don't have him, where it said like this was one of his better weapons. I don't think it's his best though. It might be. Oh, no, I think it is. Defense is increased by 28%. I think this is his best weapon. It seems like it is. Anyway, obviously. I don't feel like reading it. I'll figure it out.
Let's roll.
So we throw out a bull.
Can't catch me.
I don't remember what the bull does.
More.
I'm pretty sure Ito's playstyle is just Oonga Boonga M1 attacks, nothing else. I think.
Attaboy! It's showtime!
Well, that was enjoyable. I kind of wish I got to play with him more. I was trying to figure out how he works. That was fun though. He seems like a fun character to use.
Arataki Ito, descendant of the Crimson Oni.
Oh wait,
I know who you are.
we were talking about the blue Oni.
From the day we are born, every blue Oni knows their purpose. We all know
Well, here's
our
a
fate
blue
is
Oni
one of
right here.
self-sacrifice. But what about the Crimson Oni, You
Oh,
don't
he
know
definitely
anything
doesn't look like
about
a
us.
playable character. So
Not our miserable history, or any of
if
our
they do add a
names.
blue Oni to be
Mine's
playable,
Takuya,
this is
by
probably
the
not going to be the
But you
guy.
don't even care, do you? Because those who
Takuya.
get sacrificed should be forgotten, right?
No, you're wrong. I never knew the Blue Oni had survived to this day, and the moment I found out, I was determined that I would find you. Since you remember the pact between our two factions, I assume you also remember the pride we share as Oni. So my question is, how could a proud Oni like yourself go and abuse the weak and plunder the innocent? Why break the oath that our kind swore all those years ago? Huh? What's so funny?
Who are you to talk about pride and oaths with me? The Blue Oni gave up everything, just so the Crimson Oni could live peacefully in human society. But let me ask you, Arataki Ito, what exactly do you contribute to human society? You're a blundering fool who can't hold down a real job, a laughingstock of the town. And worse still, you let them get your vision during the Vision Hunt decree. Protecting the Oni pride? Huh! You wouldn't know how if you tried. You're a disgrace to the Oni kind.
Hey, come on. None of that stuff's a big deal. I mean, you're really hanging me out to dry here, man.
Since when do you care what other people think? You just do whatever you want. It's not like anyone can stop you. But do you have any
Riding
idea
Shogun
of the kind
can.
of life my kin and I have lived while
Traveler
you've been hanging
probably
around
could.
in human society? We were cut off from the rest of the world. We severed all contact with it. And since then, we've had no place to live, no stable source of food, no clothing, no medicine, nothing. Besides the oath we swore to uphold in our so-called Oni pride, we had nothing.
So, that's why you joined a band of thieves?
That's right. Why should I accept that life? Is holding fast to a worthless oath supposed to help me provide for my family and friends? I've abandoned our Oni pride. It's meaningless. I want to live. I've given everything that I've stolen from humans to my community. What I've taken will at least keep them from starving and ease their pain. That's what matters most to me.
This guy's supposed to be an Oni, but he still looks like an NPC. Like he looks like he could still, if you take away the horns, he still just looks like a normal NPC.
Yeah, and besides, the Blue Oni sacrificed themselves so that Oni could be accepted as part of human society. If people see Oni causing trouble again, then that'll defeat the whole purpose of the sacrifice you made.
For once, I agree with Paimon.
You make a good point. But Arataki Ito's the one who needs to get that into his thick skull. The Blue Oni are the bad guys, so we're expected to do bad things. Our actions won't tarnish the reputation of the Crimson Oni. Unless, of course, this bonehead decides it'd be a great idea to take all the blame for himself, completely destroying the trust between humans and the Crimson Oni in the process. He's the one that wasted the sacrifice we made.
Huh? Well,
I
only had to do
understand
that
his
because of you.
frustrations.
I couldn't just stand back and let the Tenryo Commission drag you away.
You should get your priorities straight. The Blue Oni are history, all right? Forget about us. The Crimson Oni are the ones who must live on. Why couldn't you have just stayed out of this?
There they are. Seize them.
You can tell he has a good heart. He's a bit harsh, but he can tell he's alright.
Forget it. This was a waste of time anyway.
He has his
I don't
best. He has
expect
the
you to
best
understand
intentions
me,
at heart.
but you could at least take a look in the mirror sometime.
Hey! Hey! He got away! Uh-oh, we need to get out of here too!
You don't have to, per se, Paimon.
We can't get caught here. Looks like I'm up to bat. Just wait here, and we'll escape together when the time's right. Whatever you do, don't attack
So we're not attacking?
Who goes there? Get them.
Okay, I guess we are. We only have Ito to work with here.
Come on, men. He won't get away this time. Just give yourself up, Arataki Ito.
Take this! Attaboy! Oni coming through!
I must.
Don't waste my time.
He has such a fun playstyle. I want to get Ito.
Man, they really came out in force today. I'm kind of flattered the Tenryo Commission sent so many. But I still haven't completely recovered from the bean attack earlier.
It's just you go and swing.
starting
That's
to
his
lose my edge
playstyle. You
here.
just swing. You swing constantly. You don't stop swinging.
No way. All that would do is send them after our Blue Oni friends instead. but I have to settle things with him first, man to man.
Then what should we do? The Tenryu Commission's about to arrest you!
No choice but to keep kicking some Tenryu butt! Hey, boss!
Be careful,
Thought you'd have all the
Ito.
fun without us?
Granny Oni sent us. We're here to lend a hand.
Maybe we can't take him, but we can sure slow him down. Now's your chance. Go! Hey, I told you to stay out
They
of
really
this.
couldn't have gave these guys like some decent, like
we're in it
cooler
now.
looking outfits.
Come on, there's no time.
Go.
At
Do
least
what
like
you gotta
some-
do, boss.
At least make them
Alright.
look like a generic like biker gang. Give them some like leather
Watch
jackets or
yourselves. As soon
something.
as I'm done, I'm
You
coming
know,
back
they're just
for
wearing like normal, like citizen
Come on, you
clothes
two. Time to
and
roll.
a hat, a weird hat that looks so out of place.
Don't let them get away. After them.
Hey, you guys want some of this? There's plenty to go
They don't even
around.
have weapons. They don't even have a katana on them or anything. They just look like normal citizens.
it,
What is
boss.
this? This is your gang, Ito? Strange.
As boss of the Arataki gang, getting rescued by my own boys feels pretty humiliating. I promise to never let you down, boys. Alright, we've got some footprints to follow. Let's find Takuya.
It was real touching and all what they did, but those few guys weren't much of a gang.
Hey, it takes Mora to run a gang, okay? They're all I've got for now.
Wait, what footprints am I following? Oh, these footprints.
Huh. Is it just me or are a wrecked cart and some goods? Look alive, we've got company.
I can see that we have company.
Boba, get them! Let's play!
Let's light it up!
I still need a lot more energy recharge on my zone lane.
Toast!
A lot more.
Nice and spicy!
Here we go!
Seems they definitely don't want us going any further. Let's see what's waiting for us up ahead. Huh. Besides the footprints, there are other signs of life here too. Must be hidden entrance. Yes! Alright. I think we just found their hideout. This is gonna be where they keep all the people they took.
Paimon thinks Takuya's probably...
Huh? Fire away? Of course I did. Come on, I'm not that dumb. But it takes a world-class blockhead like Takuya to think his ideas are so I'm here to save him no matter what.
Huh? What were you two talking about? Are you keeping Paimon in the dark again?
You're always in the dark, Paimon. You're actually dumb. Did Paimon not understand what he was talking about? Vinci, your health was not looking too good there, buddy.
Wow! This place is huge! Pretty fancy for a hideout!
All acquired by less than legitimate means, no doubt. And all the more reason we gotta put an end to this.
To the ferry.
I'm just gonna use Ito this whole time. Like, he's just fun. Going wrecking, you know?
How come the stairs are over there? We can't go up if we can't reach them.
No problemo. That'll be what this mechanism's for. Attaboy!
Wait, what is throwing out Yushin do? Throws Ushi, the young... deals geo damage when Ushi hits. Arataki Ito gains 1 stack of superlative super strength. Provides support in the following ways. Taunt surrounding opponents, so he taunts. He has HP based on Ito's max HP. When Ushi takes damage, Arataki Ito gains 1 stack of superlative super strength. Only 1 stack can be gained in this way every 2 seconds. Alright. Converts Ito's normal charge and plunging attack to geo damage. This cannot be overridden. Increases Ito's normal attack speed. Also increases his attack based on his defense. Naturally, I knew that already. I'm hit. First and third strikes with his attack combo will each grant Arataki Ito 1 stack of superlative super strength. Alright. I get it.
Oh, it's moving!
See? What did I tell you? Just trust my instincts.
Oh, wait, what? What? Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. I saw it at the last second. So hop over this. That's unfortunate. That's really... That was such a... Wow. Alright. Wow. Okay. Now Venti's at red HP. Just because of that. I mean, he was already low, but he was at least green. He at least still had a green HP bar. I did not mean to do that. But we're not going to talk about it. So, like...
Can't catch me. Can't catch me.
It's my lucky day.
Let's roll.
How's this?
Attaboy. Okay, that one.
His first and his third start giving stats. And then he can do that. I think. I think that's how it works. So you get the stacks, and then you can do this barrage of attacks like that. And I heard there's like a specific order that you do things before you use his burst, so you can get like the maximum damage. But I don't know that. I don't know the series of inputs you should do. Like, should you use like Ushin first and then? Because I've heard you should use Ushin after you ult, and then I've heard you should use Ushin before you ult, and then use your ult, and then before your ult ends, like use Ushi again or something like that. I don't know. I heard something like weird like that, but I might just have it all messed up because I don't know. I just know I heard something like that. Aren't you worried you might die? Listen, if I went into these domains worried that I might die, that's all. Vinci's been at lower health before, okay? You'll be alright. But since you're worried about it, I'll do this. But we have Bennett, just so you know. As long as you have a Bennett on your team, you won't die.
Adventure time.
Unless you get one-shotted. If you get one-shotted, then Bennett can't help you much if you get one-shotted.
Off we go.
Locked up in here.
You must be holding on to them for leverage.
Are they locked
All right,
up?
let's get them out of here.
Let's find them.
Who wants some of this? More.
calm down, dear. We don't even know if he was taken here or not.
But... Oh, my little Daisuke!
Oh, you must be Daisuke's parents!
Yes, that's right! Have you seen him? Where is he? Is he alright?
He's fine.
Don't worry, he's safe and sound. Someone's looking after him now on Yashiori Island. I can show you where on the map. He's been worried about you. I bet he'll be relieved to see you.
You were the one who saved him? Oh, thank you, thank you!
No, please, no. No need to thank me. It's my pleasure, really. It's just who I am. It's what I do. Before you go calling me a hero, let me ask you this. Wouldn't any other self-respecting guy who saw another person in danger have done the exact same thing?
Really? Just one little compliment and it goes straight to his head.
These vagrants are insatiable. They'll do anything for money. No one dares stand up to them for fear of what they might do.
Well, would they really do anything drastic?
No, actually, because one of the guys, the one with Oni horns on his head, has always shielded us so far. Oh, in fact, his horns look just like the ones this guy has.
At night, he would secretly bring us food and water. I don't understand what he was trying to do. Are you a friend of his? Or perhaps a relative?
Relative, I guess.
Oh, maybe there's something secretly troubling him. He seemed different from the rest of the gang. They seem like heartless crooks, but I'd say he comes across more like a confused child who made some poor choices.
Let me put it this way. There are a few things he needs to straighten out in his head, and I'm here to point him in the right direction.
I'm glad to hear that. He's lucky to have family like you.
Don't worry. He'll be in my trusty hands. I'll help him see the light. Anyway, you should scram. It's still not safe here.
Yes, thanks again. You've rescued our entire family. We are indebted to you.
Nonsense. You owe me nothing.
Huh. A child that made some poor choices.
Just
Anyway,
making sure I'm not
let's get
missing any
going
chests.
while we still have time.
Not if there's a chest in here. Always check for a chest. I'm sure you already knew that, but just make sure.
Can't catch me.
Was I supposed to do that? Sure I was.
Can't catch me.
There's no way to get over there from here. Oh, there's just in here. I would have never saw that, actually.
Can't catch me.
Was I supposed to do that? Pretty sure I was. Obviously, supposed to go there. But I could run up over it and jump on it. I think I'm missing something. There we go. Now we have to get up there. somehow. Somewhere. I don't think this is the way though. What are you? Get down. Huh?
Can't catch me.
I think that was for something else. I think that I was supposed to do that for that battle, but I just didn't. Alright. Hello, chest. I almost fell in that hole again. Wait, check for chests. Chest anywhere? No? Okay.
This is the place. The jig's up. Surrender while you can.
I want to see something really cool.
Yahoo! Time for takeoff.
Say no more.
Brace yourself.
It's showtime. Let's roll.
Finally, Bet you think you've won, don't ya? So naive. This is my home turf. I'll let you in on a little secret. A long time ago, I picked up this rare paper charm. It's very precious to me.
Who are you?
What makes it so special is that if you tear one piece, the other piece starts tearing too.
Newsflash, don't care about your cute little origami obsession.
You'd better stay where you are and let me finish. Aren't you curious what the other piece is used for? I'll tell
Not
you.
really.
It's now the critical component of a mechanism, and when it gets torn, this place goes up in smoke. Yeah, the whole hideout is rigged with explosives and ready to blow.
You're gonna blow this whole place up?
Oh, don't worry about me. I make sure that I've got an escape route. The rest of you, though.
Alright, Traveler has Ito's
You've had your
stacks
fun.
on him.
Now
Look at that.
it's goodbye. My paper charm! Where's my paper charm?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you looking for this?
Yes, that's it. But when did you...
I snatched it earlier, to stop you from doing anything hasty.
Why, you... And now you're going to betray me?
You're one to talk. What about burying everyone here? If you ask me, that sounds like you've already betrayed our agreement, no?
Just give it here!
You done talking now? Huh? You sure? Great, because I'm done listening. Yeah! Great work, Takuya. You arrived in the nick of time.
Stay away from me!
Huh?
I said stay away, or I'll tear the paper charm!
Hey, oh, okay. Fine. Just
What's
calm
gotten
down.
into this guy?
What are you doing?
Just because I won't let him blow this place to bits doesn't mean that I won't do it myself.
What's the point?
Unless you
then?
want to get buried, you should leave this place now. Take everyone here and get out!
You won't go through with it. If you were that cruel, then why bother protecting every person you've come across? Huh?
I'm not here to reason with you. Go!
Oh, is he
Just
putting
get
on
out
an
of here.
act so he can keep up the
This
stick of,
sacrifice is mine to make.
or not?
Mine
I don't know.
alone. Why couldn't you just stay out of it?
No one needs to sacrifice themselves.
All right, then you tell me. What am I supposed to do? I've tarnished our Oni pride and abandoned our ancestors' oath. Only sacrifice can restore my pride now. I chose this path so I could provide for my fellow Oni. I was ready to die from the very beginning. This is between us Blue Oni. But you... If it wasn't for you, everything would have worked out perfectly!
They're here! We won't let them slip away this time!
Uh-oh! There's nowhere else to run!
Hey, Tenryo Commission! I'm the one you're looking for. I did it. I'm behind everything. Arataki Ito is innocent. You're the ones in charge of detaining criminals in human society, right? I'm sure you can tell who the criminal is here.
Huh? It's like he's trying to reenact the fairy tale, sacrificing himself for the Crimson Oni.
Thanks for stating the
He doesn't
obvious,
know what he's
Paimon.
talking about. It's me you've been looking for, and here I am. How are you ever gonna report back without capturing me?
Stop fooling around, Ito.
Listen, Takuya, sacrificing yourself won't solve anything. Your sacrifice can't protect me or your fellow Oni, and giving up your life isn't gonna make theirs any longer. Sacrificing yourself is one way to escape your fate, but the only one you'll be setting free is yourself. Listen to me. You want to be the tough guy? Huh? Well, this is the coward's way out. Don't let your sacrifice stain our Oni pride. The blue Oni have been scraping the bottom of the
I
barrel
would
all these
kill
years.
yourself for
So
still
let's give
pride
them a
to
new
you.
beginning. We've made mistakes, but we can make up for them.
It's more of a
Fate
disrespectful
hasn't been
move.
kind to the Oni? Well then let's tear it up and start over. But before any of that can happen, you need to get yourself behind me and forget about all that self-sacrifice stuff. Now let's go. But we're
It's
not
like
done talking
Shao,
about this.
wanting to sacrifice himself all the
Takuya!
time.
I'll take care of this. There are still people in danger. Go, help them.
What?
Hey, I got this. Come on!
This guy's still gonna
Forget
sacrifice
about me.
himself.
Just go! It's what I deserve!
Ah, shut up, would ya?
This fool. That he looks like a Dragon Ball character almost in that scene.
We managed to save everyone! But what about Ito and Takuya? Paimon hopes they're alright. Look! It's Ito and Takuya!
That's gonna hurt tomorrow. What's up with the looks on your faces? I said we'd be okay, didn't I?
You
I'm
did.
sure I'd be looking a whole lot sharper right now if it wasn't for that brutal bean attack of yours earlier.
I don't like either one of those responses. I already knew he was gonna make it
Would you
out,
do this for me?
regardless of that
I'm the
cutscene.
guilty one here.
You know why? Because he's a playable
I don't
character.
deserve this.
Because we're Oni, that's why. We share the same blood, brother. Our parents and their parents before them never taught us that it was okay to abandon
If a
family
player
in
is,
need.
if a character is playable,
I
they're,
just
not,
wish
they're
you'd
probably
come to
not
find
gonna
me
die.
sooner. If you knew about me all along, then you should have come and asked me for help. I never would have dreamed of turning
You
you
have
away.
yet to have a dead playable character.
The Blue Oni disappeared so that they wouldn't bring trouble to the Crimson Oni. If I came to you for help, wouldn't that just undo everything the Blue Oni have done?
Not to me. I've always respected the Blue Oni for their sacrifice. Nothing they did was in vain. It's only because of them that we have survived to see today, and built a world where Oni and humans can live side by side. Honestly, everything that I have now, I owe to the Blue Oni. And let me tell you, the Inazuma of today wouldn't see you as a villain just because of the color of your horns.
You say all that, but in spite of everything, you're barely getting by.
That's just how I roll, man. You remember the pact, don't you? We're not supposed to suck up to the humans. We're supposed to earn their respect. Every member of the Arataki gangs had a tough time trying to fit in. Take Akira, for example. He snores like you wouldn't believe. Or Genta. He's got a serious temper problem. And Mamoru, well, he's colorblind. Even Granny Oni, she got that name for taking me in as a kid. We're all rejects and outcasts in some way, but we don't care. You want to talk about pride? Well, in our gang, we're proud to welcome anyone who's been through adversity with open arms.
But
Don't worry. The Arataki gang's already a bunch of misfits. You really think you can cramp our style?
We've dealt with the Kairagi and the people they took captive. I assume the two of you are finished talking. Takia, based on the findings of our investigation, I hereby announce that you are officially under arrest for forceful seizure of people and property. Please do
The
not
findings
attempt
of
to
your
resist.
investigation,
All stolen
he
articles
admitted
will
that
be
he was
reclaimed.
the criminal.
That means we'll be seizing all the goods you passed on to your kin.
No, please don't. Without those goods, they'll...
It's all right, Takuya. Those goods never belonged to us anyway. Don't worry. I'll help take care of your kin. Now that I know the situation, I'll personally make sure they never suffer again.
Might want to put your grand plans on hold there. You're under arrest too, for numerous assaults on the Tenryou Commission officers.
Oh, yeah, I guess I forgot about that. But no worries, I'll put my gang on the case. My boys will take good care of the Blue Oni.
Yeah, we've already arrested them too.
Oh, right, yeah,
That's what they get for resisting the Tenryou Commission.
Nonsense.
I guess it's up to you then, Traveler. Could you be a pal and tell Granny Oni about the Blue Oni situation? Yeah, I know the drill. This isn't my first time. And it probably won't be my last.
As for you two, lending them your aid when you knew full well they were in the wrong means that the culpability extends to you too. But, given your unique circumstances, and in light of the complexity of this case, we won't press charges this time.
Sorry for the trouble.
You don't get to press charges around me.
Unique circumstances? Are these guys like a big deal or something?
Isn't justice supposed to be absolute? If I did wrong, arrest me too, pal. I don't care if I'm a freaking...
Oh, yeah, okay.
I saved your nation.
Cool. Because I was gonna say, you know, like, I'm kind of a big deal myself, you know? Yeah, all right, see you next time. Whenever that'll be.
Oh, look there, there's the only Kabuto that fought each other. Wait, so what makes them want to fight each other? Is it if you just put them up against each other? Like, do they understand the situation? Like,
Weird.
oh, they're using us to
But at
play
least he's not a
games.
bad guy.
So, I guess we gotta fight now. Or do they just become hyper-aggressive towards each other under specific circumstances? I don't know. I don't understand Oni Kabuto nature. We did a National Geographic documentary on Oni Kabuto. See what makes them tick, you know. I'd watch that documentary.
Ah, yes. That does sound like my Ito.
So, did they take Uncle Ito away? Yes, they did. But don't be too upset, Daisuke. We will have the chance to see him again. He and his gang may have acted recklessly, but the fact remains that he still helped us.
Yeah, I knew it! Uncle Ito!
Now, don't get any ideas, Daisuke. Ito is a far cry from awesome. He still caused a lot of trouble for a lot of people. If you ask me, I'd say he's like one of those little Oni Kabuto you kids are playing with all the time. Though he looks fierce on the outside, he has a kind heart. He's not a delinquent, but he'll never back down from a fight.
I don't really get it, but it sounds like a compliment. I can't wait for my next beetle fight with Uncle Ito.
What's there not to get,
Thank
kid?
you, Granny, for taking care of our little boy. I hope that Ito and his friends will be released as quickly as possible.
Yes, you needn't worry. The officials in the Tenryou Commission will certainly exercise sound judgment.
It's time we started heading back. We'll be sure to visit again soon.
Ah, I'm glad that everything was resolved in the end. Things were looking quite dire, but now the future looks bright. Wonderful, wonderful. As for the blue Oni, just leave them to me. If there's one
She
thing
sounds
an
like
old
someone. She
granny
sounds like a really
myself
young
can do,
person trying to
it's
imitate
caring
an
for
old
others.
person.
Do you need
Is
our
this like a
help?
20-year-old wearing a gray wig?
No, no. Go on ahead. I'm sure you have other adventures beckoning. Besides, once Ito is released,
You aren't really a granny,
you'll
are
be
you,
here to
Oni?
help me.
She probably killed their granny. This is probably like some 20-year-old lady that killed like the original granny and is trying to like. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. She just sounds really young.
Oh, yes. And you know what? I think
Obviously,
that's
it's
what
probably
makes
because
him
I have a young
adorable.
actor playing
Wouldn't
this
you
this
agree?
voice. But let me
He
theory
does
craft. Okay,
whatever
let
he
me have
puts his
fun.
mind to. He's
Even
sincere,
that's a pretty dark
brave,
way to have
and
fun.
determined. Back when I took him in, everyone thought I was most unusual indeed. They started calling me Granny Oni. But I've never been ashamed of this name. On the contrary, I'm quite proud of it. Because Ito is my pride and joy.
A long, long time
Oh,
ago,
now I got
in a
another
village
freaking
lost to
story.
time, there lived a crimson Oni and a blue Oni. They were the best of friends.
I want to pull the hair to see if that's
The
a wig.
crimson Oni wanted to be friends with the
Yeah.
humans, so the blue Oni played the role of the naughty kid. And then he left.
Yeah, he left.
After a long time, the crimson Oni was living happily with the humans. But in his heart, he wanted to bring the blue Oni back home.
Naturally.
The crimson Oni didn't know where to find the blue Oni. His search took him up the highest mountains and across the widest rivers. He found many traces of the blue Oni, but the more he found, the clearer it became. The blue Oni was hiding on purpose. So just as the blue Oni had once done, the crimson Oni left him a letter.
Dear Al, I've made lots of human friends now, and I want to have a big party for everyone. I want all my friends to be there. That means you too, Al. If you don't want to meet me, you can just watch from a distance.
The blue Oni snuck back to the village and hid in the shadows. He saw the great feast and roaring fire and longed to join in. But though his stomach rumbled, the blue Oni remembered the oath of old and kept his distance. Suddenly, he jumped. The crimson Oni was right behind him.
Hey, you're finally back. Come on, I'll introduce you. It's time everyone met my best friend.
Wait, what?
Hey, Traveler! Remember that pit at the bottom of the chasm? You know, the one that the giant pillar smashed into. Paimon took a quick peek before we left last time. There was some kind of light coming from inside. Don't you think that's a little strange?
Alright. I see.
So you've been wondering about that too, huh? Now that we have some time on our hands, let's go and take another look.
Huh. I'm thinking about that little ending with the... I feel like that was just, that was strange. That was strange at the end there. I don't know. I'm too tired to theory craft about that. I'm sure there's an answer. I'll think about it. Anyway, I'm gonna get a drink real quick, so yeah, I'll be a second.
In a trade war, the perfect hunter leaves no trace.
Alright. Well, we still have 2 more story quests to get through, so... How long have we been streaming for already? Wait, what? 2 hours? Well, to be fair, that story quest wasn't 2 hours long. We did some stuff before the story quest, but... Wow. Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty long stream. So I have 2 story quests to get through. And we have Enconomia. Enconomia. What do you want to call it? Enconomia. Enconomia. I don't know. Enconomia. I think that's what it is. This is a short quest. Alright. Let's get started. After we do these last 2 story quests, we'll try to spend this resin on something because I have capped resin right now. And then I don't know. We might explore a bit into Enconomia. I might save that for next stream though, because I didn't know we were already streaming for 2 hours. Sure doesn't feel like 2 hours.
Traveler, you've come at a good time.
Wait, this sounds like another commission.
It is as you say. The commission this time around is of high importance. It pertains to the safety of the Avidia Forest's inhabitants.
Huh? What happened?
Not long ago, we received word that a section of the Avidia Forest seems to have become contaminated.
Contaminated? You mean
I've been
the
distracted by the
withering
game.
zone?
Yeah.
I don't know about the specifics, but I hear
Honestly,
that
that's what
strange
Genshin
things are
does.
happening to people who cross through
You
that
never know what
region.
time it is
The
until
Avidia Forest inhabitants won't leave their homes so easily.
it's too late.
If we allow this contaminated region to expand, the consequences
game takes
could
all
be
your time.
unimaginable. That's why I want to ask you to investigate the situation. Even if all you can do is stop the contamination from spreading, that will still save many people.
This is forest business. Maybe Tainari will know something. Let's go find him.
Alright. Wait, can I teleport? Where do you play this game? I got it from the Epic Game Store, but you can go to the official website. It's called Genshin Impact. Or you can just look up Genshin Impact, and it'll take you to the website. You can get it. It's free to play. You don't have to pay for it. But it is a gacha game. There are banners. So if you have money, you'll probably be spending it on this game, just so you know. I haven't spent any money on this game yet though, but I will eventually. But just be warned. Gacha games have a knack for getting your money. If you played a gacha game before, you probably know that already though. It's always the free-to-play games you gotta watch out for. They're usually the most expensive. Unless they're genuinely free to play.
This is where you've been, Kainari? That's...
Shh. Keep your voice down.
Yeah, gotcha.
Tainari, everything's
It's basically a gambling
spinning.
game. you gamble for characters and
Am
weapons.
I going to die?
It's a random pool chance stuff kind of game.
That I should have listened to her and tell
You
Sura that I'm
spend
sorry
currency
for
in the
bringing
game.
her toy.
You could get you what you want.
I
You might not
didn't
get what
tell
you
her
want.
because I was scared that she
It's one of
wouldn't
those high
play
games.
with me anymore. Tainari, I heard that people turn into birds after they die. Is that true? I feel like I'm getting lighter.
What happened? Tainari, is he?
You make gacha videos?
Okay, enough nonsense.
You have your own channel?
You just have a small fever. Take your
Is it
medication
this channel,
and rest.
Joe Galaxy?
You'll be bouncing
Or is
off
it a
the
different
walls
channel?
in no time.
Really?
I'll check it out.
Then, can you keep the thing about the toy a secret for now?
No can do. You're a big kid now. Once you've recovered, go and apologize. Keeping secrets to yourself won't solve anything.
Oh.
Hey, let me ask you
Alright,
something.
I'll definitely check it out.
I recall that you're usually pretty healthy. How did you get this
What
sick
gacha
all
game
of
do
a
you play?
sudden?
I don't know either. Mom's been telling me not to play in the forest. I just wanted to look inside. It's different from before. I got lost and went around in a huge circle. After I got out, I started feeling dizzy.
Could it be?
So that's how this whole mess happened. Anyway, go rest. No running around until I say so, got it? Traveler, Paimon, let's step out for now.
Mr. Forest Watcher, how is my son?
I gave him some antipyretics. Let him rest here for a while. I told him that he would feel better after some medicine and rest, but I only said that to comfort him. His symptoms resemble a fever, but something else is causing them. They seem more akin to a disruption in his psyche. Antipyretics won't be of much use.
What do we do? Mr. Forest Watcher, you have to help him.
If memory serves, a plant called Vasanti grass can help soothe the mind. A small number grow in arid deserts. They usually look like shriveled weeds, but can be revitalized with a splash of water. They're expensive and unable to grow in the Avidya forest's climate, so I don't have any on hand. I'll ask the caravans. Go find Kale, have her prepare medicinal tools and a set of traveling gear for me.
All right. Thank you.
Contaminated region, huh? Is that why you two are also here?
Yep. Is it a new withering zone?
Doesn't seem like one. Whether you look at scale, internal conditions, or resultant effects, they're completely different. The only thing they have in common is that they aren't welcome. This nuisance made itself home in the Avidya forest, so I can't turn a blind eye.
Honestly, I'm not following what's happening right now. I think I missed some stuff
Let's contact the caravans first and purchase some Vasanti grass.
when I was reading chat.
We can also ask about the contaminated region.
I know I saw a little kid
There's no
sitting
time
in
to
the
waste.
in the
We
bed over
have to
there.
move
I think we might
Let's
be getting
go.
some medicine for him. I think that's what I heard. I'm not sure though. I'm gonna switch up teams. Don't mind my terrible team comps, by the way. We don't have to talk about them. Wow, I got missed that.
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate. Let me
propagate!
Here!
I'm gonna say Milu can't be a DPS. She actually does really solid damage on her own. You really only have to give her a bunch of HP, and then she's alright. She does good damage. You don't have to hyper focus on her as like a DPS or anything. I'm thinking of I was thinking of Tower of Fantasy. That's why I was press control, because I was trying to hop off the side of the mountain.
Excuse me, I'd like to purchase some Vasanti grass. Do you have any?
I'm sorry, Mr. Forest Watcher, but we've been closed for the past few days.
Closed? Now that's odd. It's my first time hearing you say something like that.
It's a long story. Some of our goods were stolen recently.
That's unfortunate.
They were mechanical parts that we got from the academia. Although they're old models, they still fetch a good price on the market. Our caravans had to pull together Mora to afford those parts. Now that they've been lost, we'll likely come up short this trip. All the merchants talked it over, and we decided to raise the prices of our remaining inventory. Until this plan takes effect, none of us can privately sell anything.
I don't get it. If these goods are so important, then why not think of a way to get them back? Raising prices won't solve anything. At best, you're shoving the consequences of the robbery onto your customers.
Mr. Forest Watcher, it's not that we don't want to. It's just the thief disappeared into the deepest parts of the forest. We asked around, and apparently the forest has been very unusual as of late. Anyone who goes in experiences mental anomalies. We can't keep waiting out here for the thief to come out. All we could do is come up with another solution.
So the bandit hid in the contaminated region after stealing those mechanical parts. How many people were there in total? Were they not affected by the contaminated region?
That crook came from the contaminated region.
Why does Tanari's
how
voice
many?
sound so muffled?
There weren't any people.
It sounds like he covered his mic with a blanket.
No people?
Even if I tell you, you might not believe me. Fine. The thief that stole our parts was a huge mechanical crab.
What the heck? The Avidia forest has creatures like that?
To be honest, I'd rather not think about it. It moved too skillfully to be new at this. It came out of nowhere. Before we could react, it swiped our goods and ran away. We were all shocked. By the time we came to our senses, the thief was already long gone.
I see. If we help you retrieve your stolen goods, then business will return to normal?
Oh, but of course! Not only that, but you'll become one of our caravan's VIPs on all future purchases of any...
Enough. Tell me something that's actually useful. Any leads on that mechanical crab?
Maybe one. After our goods were stolen, we specifically got someone to assess the situation. If you're interested, you can go and talk to them.
All right. We'll go and have a word.
After the goods were stolen, I made multiple inquiries with nearby caravans and residents. It turns out that many others have also been robbed by that crooked crab. However, the crab only seems to be interested in machinery. It doesn't even bat an eye at other valuables. A caravan carrying a large amount of Mora had an uneventful trip, but another caravan had a child whose metal toy was taken. Whatever the case, that thing is a scourge. We'll eventually think of a way to get rid of it.
Okay, so right now I'm following the story. It's kind of weirdly confusing, but right now, so there's a kid at home or at Tainari's place that's sick, and he needs medicine, so we came here to get the medicine, but they can't sell it right now because they're out of stock, and their stock got stolen by some crab. And now we're asking these people for information about said crab. I think that's what's happening. I need to rephrase this stuff because I missed the beginning of this, so I'm kind of confused. But I think I know what's going on. It's kind of weird, though.
Didn't academia ban research on mechanical life forms years ago? Where did that thing come from? Our salaries even got slashed because of it. Who would have thought that that robber wasn't a human, but a mechanical crab? This is rough.
Well, that didn't really tell us anything.
I heard from the caravanners that there have been a lot of robberies lately, but we haven't been affected. We don't normally see the mechanical crab, and it doesn't disturb our daily lives. It only shows up when the caravans are here, and it runs back to the contaminated region after it's done making a mess.
You haven't tried capturing it?
We have, but it's too agile and fast. However, we did unexpectedly learn something the last time we tried to capture it. It apparently lives in the deepest part of the forest, so instead of immediately moving its spoils, it first hides them nearby. Once its stash grows large enough, it moves everything in one go. You'll have to move fast if you want those goods back.
Keep some Sumeru roses on hand. There will always be a use for them.
How are things? Did you make any progress?
We learned of its behaviors, but much still remains unclear. Assuming normal operational status, mechanical constructs generally act according to their given commands. If I were its owner, I'd command it to steal more valuable things, or the Mora you made. That would be the most efficient method. But it only goes after mechanical components. This doesn't make any sense.
Right. It's really weird.
So, you all found a way to retrieve our goods?
Do you have any more mechanical parts with you?
You notice that after every time after Paimon
still
says
have a small
something,
bag of
there's like
samples.
a very
They weren't
awkward
taken
pause
since I keep them on me at all times. Oh.
before it moves on to the next line of dialogue.
Under constant external conditions, organisms rarely initiate changes in their habits. Here's what we know so far. It has a mechanical composition, it lives in the contaminated region, and it comes out to steal mechanical components. If we have said components, we can lure it out, capture it, and then make observations for further conclusions. Well, Chatting like this won't get us anywhere. We're only wasting time.
You're right. We don't have any other options right now. This bag of samples is all yours, Mr. Forest Watcher. If you can get our goods back, the caravans will reward you generously.
We don't need anything in return, but I'll be keeping this bag. I may have other uses for it later. We'll also need to borrow a sumpter beast. Our act has to be convincing if we want the crab to fall for it.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. If it means getting our things back, you can even borrow me to do whatever you need.
I'll have to decline that offer.
Well, this is so
We'll use
enthusiastic.
the mechanical components and sumpter beast to pose as a transiting caravan and lure out the crab. Once it appears, capture it. I leave the timing to you.
Don't worry, we're professionals.
Not at capturing crabs. Even mechanical crabs, mind you. Oh, wait. I have no stamina.
Scatter! Germinate! Propagate! Scatter! Is this an answer from this world?
What's sus? What happened? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Looking at the trade routes and the contaminated region's current perimeter, the goods were likely stolen somewhere around here.
Then let's get to it. We'll definitely capture that criminal crab.
Okay, we'll start from here and have the sumpter beast with the components on board lead the way. This sumpter beast isn't familiar with us yet, so be calm and take your time with it.
The sumpter beast went ahead. Let's keep up with it.
I'm kind of curious as to what happens.
Why did it stop?
I don't know.
Looks like it's loafing around. Or maybe it's hungry. The caravanners group is...
Alright, it's moving again.
Oh.
Did you hear something?
Is that the crab? That didn't look... Oh, that is not a crab.
Ah! Is that the mechanical crab the caravan was talking about? It's charging straight at us!
It looks strong. Be careful.
I mean, I guess it kind of looks like a crab, but I wouldn't call it a crab at first glance. Alright.
Propagate!
Just like we rehearsed. With all my strength, all eyes on me.
Scatter!
Witness the power of Gua.
Propagate! Springboard! Scatter!
It doesn't seem capable of comprehending complex questions. Keep an eye on it. I'll search around the area for the caravan's goods.
Just ask it why.
I don't know why
you
you're stealing
steal.
mechanical parts.
Why steal?
But they don't belong to
They
you.
don't understand that.
Stolen items must be returned to their rightful owners. Any objections?
I thought this at first. I thought it was being controlled by someone, but this thing is sentient. It has thoughts.
You came from the depths of the contaminated region, right? How about you help us with something? If you take us there, I'll give you some mechanical parts as a reward.
It reacted!
We can't be certain yet. Its excitement may be a simple programmed response upon seeing mechanical components.
Okay, so you want the crag to lead us into the contaminated region?
That's right. The contaminated region has a large and currently expanding perimeter, so it would be difficult to conduct a thorough search. If we charge straight in, we'll get lost like headless pigeons. Also, our new friend here seems to be full of secrets. I've been studying this contaminated region recently, and I have a hypothesis of my own. So to be absolutely safe, it would be best to have a guide lead the way.
Paimon gets it now. Does this scuttler understand what you're saying?
It doesn't have to, as long as it isn't hostile towards us. I gave it some components that it will definitely take back to the contaminated region. So long as it doesn't attack us, we can simply follow along.
Great first impression.
It seems to be really happy.
Listen to me. Wait for us here. No running off. We'll be back soon. If you're still here when we return, I'll give you another mechanical part as a reward. Understood? I'm not sure, but our priorities are to we should return. But before we do, we need to set up a few traps. Can't have that crab escaping.
Oh wait, are we not going to be setting the traps? This time already setting the traps. Let's get this, these lotuses though. Yeah, you've been the only one in the chat for 2 hours, Joe Galaxy. Well, not a full 2 hours. You weren't here at the beginning, but you were here pretty early. So I'd say like about an hour and a half you've been here, just alone. Oh wait. I don't really want to fight these guys right now. I don't really feel like it.
Propagate! Positions! Fight this off the top!
Ring cutter! This dance is for you! No, my sword!
Say as I go and fight them anyway.
Scatter! With all my strength! Yeah!
Yeah, I don't usually stream expecting anyone to watch though. I kind of just stream when I'm bored, just so I'm not playing a game just to play a game. Like I'll at least stream it sometimes. I haven't streamed in a really long time though. But yeah. Honestly, I feel like this is more. Yeah. So yeah, Genshin is an easy game to stream. You kind of just react to the story. Fight here and there. You don't have to put much effort into it to make it interesting. even for someone like as boring as me. Like, I was gonna say, it's weird that you find me more, maybe not more entertaining in the game, but you'd rather watch me than play a game right now. I feel like you'd be less bored playing your game. 'Cause I don't really have much to say. Not about really anything besides some things. There's... It's weird that we didn't... I thought we were gonna set up traps for the crab. Won't the crab just leave? Because I didn't see Tainari sitting down there. Whatever, story doesn't make sense sometimes, it's okay.
Oh! Oh! These are the mechanical parts that were stolen! You really got them back for us!
Just 2 parts?
Thank you all so very much. I don't know how I can repay you. Wait, didn't you want to purchase Vasanti grass? Don't worry about the price. They're on the house. How many do you need?
2 is enough.
No, that won't do. Here, I'll throw in some more.
No need. I've already received a reward from you.
Reward? You mean that bag of mechanical parts? They aren't worth much compared to this merchandise.
But those parts are very useful to me. Just like the Vasanti grass. I retrieved the things you needed, and you gave me what I needed in return. We're even. Oh, and before we go, just a reminder, the forest has an intricate and biodiverse ecosystem. Even if there were no mechanical crabs, other dangers are still present. Take caution on this route.
Noted. Thank you all ever so much.
Let's return to the village. The earlier we can give the child medicine, the sooner he'll start feeling better.
You're not allowed to play Genshin? I wouldn't say there's anything really bad about Genshin. There's no swearing or anything. It's pretty user-friendly game. I wouldn't even say it's PG-13 really. Unless you want to count like so, maybe it's the fact that there's like weapons or whatever. I don't know. I still feel like there's weapons in like even children's shows nowadays. Plenty. I want to make videos on this game soon. Just I don't really feel like editing all that stuff. Also, my mic isn't that good for videos. Like, the majority of the time I talk, you're just gonna hear a lot of like whirring in the background. The reason you can't hear it as much right now is because I have noise reduction on it. But that can only go so far, especially when I'm going to be talking for a majority of the videos. Like, you can probably hear it a lot when I talk because the noise canceling kind of dulls when I start talking. So when I get a better mic, I'll probably make more videos. But right now, I'll stick to streaming because I don't think anyone really cares when I'm streaming because you can't really... Because I don't really talk that much, so you don't really hear the buzzing in the background that much. But in a video, you kind of have to talk a lot, or else the video gets boring. So, not much I can do, you know. Is this the end of this quest? This was a pretty short quest. I feel like that's all we had to do. Was get the medicine for this kid. Unless there's something else.
Hi there, Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, nice color.
Master, I prepared the pharmaceutical equipment. Do you need me to help grind the medicine?
No need. A precise dosage is required this time, so I'll do it myself.
Oh, okay.
But once I'm done, you can deliver the medication to the child. He gets a little nervous when I'm around for too long. I don't think he finds me very approachable. I'll go prepare the medication. Traveler, give me a hand.
How is he? Doing any better? feel like he's doing a lot better, and his temperature is returning to normal. That's wonderful! Oh yeah, he asked me to tell you that Suna came by earlier, and he told her everything about the toy. Suna didn't get mad, so he wanted to thank you. Can I ask what happened?
It's nothing. Did you prepare the traveling gear I asked you to?
Of course I did! Are you going somewhere far away?
Yes, we're going to the contaminated region.
No, the
Judging
quest
by its
isn't over
size,
yet.
we'll likely have to stay overnight.
We gotta go
I'm
to this
leaving everything
place.
to you while I'm gone.
Huh? But
I knew it wouldn't be that quick.
can't even begin to compare to you!
Many things are learned by doing. And once they've been done,
Thought
you'll
all we had
realize
to do
they
was help
weren't
the
as
kid.
difficult as you once thought they were. Deal with problems as you yourself see fit. You don't have to emulate me.
That's right! You'll do great, Kale. Alright, then I'll do my best. Master, Traveler, Paimon, take care of yourselves.
We'll be all right. You'll understand the reason for this excursion once we arrive at the contaminated region. You put too much confidence in me. Anyway, like you said, things will likely be uneventful. Let's return and find that crab.
Wait, what? Oh no, that was just the first part of the quest. I was gonna say. I mean, it makes sense that the quest isn't over yet. We still haven't done anything with the crab. We just kind of left the crab sitting there. Probably just can't do that. Oh wait, I don't have any stamina. What's in here? Nothing. Tomato. My team is not equipped to deal with these guys.
Body and witness the power of Gugwa.
Pretty sure the only one that can really do damage is Xingqiu.
No, my sword.
Scatter!
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Positions. Wonder is kind of scary. Are you afraid of it? If so, I can share a nifty method to help with that.
I don't really like just leaving enemies sitting here though.
Propagate!
What the heck happened to that one? He just died instantly. His health bar went from like 90 to 0. Could you not float in the air?
Scatter!
They can drown. I did not. They never drown when I fight them usually. They always float above the water. Strange.
We're here. This should be... Huh? Where's the crab? Did it secretly scuttle away?
Huh. The traps weren't triggered, so it should still be here. Odd.
So it did understand us when we said to stay here.
You honored our agreement and waited here until we returned. As such, I'll hold up my end and give you another mechanical part. Keep it safe. I'm not giving you another one if you lose it. Glad you're satisfied. If you want more mechanical parts, take us deeper into the contaminated region. I want to see what happened there. What caused the Avidya forest to become like this?
So this is the contaminated region that everyone's been talking about. Oh, it definitely looks different from normal. It's like really creepy and suffocating.
Do you feel unwell at all? Good. It's as I predicted. Elemental power confers a degree of resistance against the contaminated region's influence.
How do you know that?
I haven't entered the contaminated region for a proper investigation, but I've conducted quite a few controlled experiments. My observations during our time here have all but confirmed my hypothesis. Look at these flowers. How are they different from normal? This flower species is formally known as the Sumeru rose, but it is also known as the ley line lodestar. They're sensitive to ley lines and emit varying amounts of light in response. Excessive brightness indicates a dangerous level of ley line activity in the surrounding area. From the looks of things, the ley lines around here are already out of control.
You're saying the contamination here is coming from ley lines?
I can't confirm that right now, but I think that is the case. Let's take another look around and see if we can discover more clues.
You know, we haven't seen any animals this entire time. The birds used to chirp really loudly, and there were a lot of foxes.
This contaminated region currently appears to have a critical efflux of ley line energy, which is probably the root cause of the patient's cognitive disturbances. Some animals have keen awareness. They sensed something abnormal in this area and fled.
Leaky ley lines sure can cause a lot of damage, huh?
Like how plants have preferred growth conditions, we also gradually habituate to our surrounding environment. Climate, temperature, humidity, intensity of ley line energies. When people live under fixed conditions, they reach a sort of homeostasis with their environment. This equilibrium is broken when the surrounding environment abruptly changes, causing people's bodies to react in abnormal ways. If normal fluctuations in temperature occur, then our bodies automatically adjust. However, the average person cannot adapt to changes in ley line energy, and so they fall ill.
Then why are we okay?
I'm not sure why you are, but he and I are fine because our elemental capabilities allow us to adapt to this kind of change. Of course, it's not a good idea to spend too much time in areas with concentrated ley line energy. The only one who can freely traverse this place is probably the mechanical crab. That's about it for the investigation. Help me find an open space. I want to test something.
I never thought about it. Why isn't Paimon affected by this stuff? I mean, everyone knows there has to be something up with Paimon. Like, there's no reason she'd be sticking around for this long. And be so inconspicuous and be so mysterious without there being some sort of catch.
Target parameters? Normal. Setup complete.
That doesn't change the fact that she's
Looks like it's
irritating,
working.
though.
What's this?
A purification device that I made. It can absorb excess ley line energy and temporarily stabilize an area.
What a neat thing! Let's set up more and cover the entire region!
I wouldn't mind if that would actually work. Unfortunately, once this contamination is present, it isn't something that a few purification devices can fix. The purification devices have their limits. At best, they can only prevent the contaminated region from expanding temporarily. If we want to permanently eradicate the contamination from the ley line effluents, we'll need to tackle the source. That's right.
Huh? mechanical crab is acting a little strange.
Something's approaching. So that's it. Now that the ley line energy has stabilized, the monsters that had left are starting to return. Get rid of them quickly. Don't let them get close to the purification device.
Hey, that's not fair.
Dance with the waves.
You see that? As soon as it started, they attacked. Like, I couldn't even move.
Where are you? Wait for us! Let's hurry and keep up. The mechanical crab went that way. Let's keep up.
Help! Help!
Rain cutter. Huh? No, my sword.
Spare me! Please spare me!
Hey, are you okay?
These injuries are superficial. Don't move, I'll patch you up.
Who are you all? What happened to those mechanical monsters?
Don't worry.
Yeah, I'll tell you what happens. No worries.
Oh, good. That's good. It's a monster! Hurry, attack it!
How do we explain this? Krabby here isn't a bad guy. It heard you shouting for help and brought us here to rescue you.
It's faking it. It has to be. Maybe it's gonna partner up with the other mechanical monsters and kill me. Do you know what's inside the forest? It's all crawling with mechanical freaks. I just came here to pick herbs, but I accidentally went into the contaminated region and almost died. I gotta get out of here. Ah, yes. Yes. I have to escape. Be careful. These mechanical life forms are up to no good. It'd be best if you stayed far, far away from them. No wonder the academia wanted to completely ban the existence of mechanical life forms. Those things should be annihilated.
Are you okay?
His inarticulate speech and bodily tremors indicate psyche disruption. He's been inside the contaminated region for too long. We've purified the ley line energy over there. Follow this path out and you'll soon see the village. At that point, someone will bring him to Kale for help. I already prepared medication that will return him to normal. So you think you did a good job and want a part as your reward?
It's so hard to understand.
Alright, regardless of what you're thinking, you did some real good this time. That's why I'll give you another mechanical part. Need any help with it? Guess not. Well, make sure to hang on to it. What was going through your owner's mind when he made you, I wonder? You're like a giant mechanical crab on the outside and a fluffy little hamster on the inside. And also, how do you feel about that person saying that you're as evil as the other mechanical life forms?
Okay, it definitely doesn't understand you.
It seems like it possesses limited understanding only towards matters related to mechanical components. Help others to get parts. That's probably its thought process. As for why it, or rather its owner, is collecting so many components, I'm not sure. It's getting late, so let's set up camp for the night. We'll explore further tomorrow, after a night's rest. Hey, over here! Come on, you big lummox, raise your head and look up! Let's set up camp here.
Alright, Paimon also thinks it's a good
What
spot.
happened? We just showed that
Any particular
that
reason?
man we saved
This place is
from those
perfect to put
robots.
up a big
He
tent.
just showed him out of the cave, like how to get home. And then we asked the crab, like whether or not it understands like what the man said. And basically, we know that the crab doesn't understand this, and it's just looking for components for its owner. But we're trying to find out why its owner wants all these mechanical parts. So basically, we're just trying to figure out why the crab is getting all these mechanical parts and what he needs them for.
You're not wrong, but the primary
You really
reason
didn't
for
miss
choosing
anything.
this
Nothing
place is
important.
because its higher elevation keeps us away from the water vapor below. Rainforests are very wet. You should always be careful when spending the night in damp places. For the next tasks at hand, let's divide and conquer. I'll set up the tent, you'll be in charge of making the fire, and Paimon will forage for edibles nearby.
Leave it to Paimon. Paimon's a pro.
I'm not expecting that much. Just do what you can. That's right. You can use rushes to start a fire in the wilderness. Their piths are relatively dry and can be readily set aflame. The downside is that they produce a lot of smoke.
Traveler, Tainari, Paimon couldn't find any food. Paimon didn't know that rainforest had so many interesting plants until we came here. They were all sort of weird-looking mushrooms, but Paimon didn't know which ones were edible. Paimon also saw wild berries on the ground, and Paimon was gonna fly over and pick them up, but the dead leaves on top suddenly started moving. It freaked Paimon out.
Those were probably dead leaf butterflies. They camouflage as dead leaves to evade predators. My guess is that they mistook you for a bird when you flew over, so they fled. Little did they know that you were more scared than they were. Never mind. The tent's up, so you two go rest. I'll forage for food. Oh, you found some already.
It's more useful than Paimon, yeah. I won't be mean this time. Just this one time, I won't be mean to Paimon.
Paimon understands it this time. It wants mechanical parts again.
Sorry, no part this time. That task wasn't important enough. If every little thing resulted in a reward, then it might start to take advantage of the system. I'll note little things like this and give a cumulative reward at a later time. That is one reason.
It looks really sad.
After some further thought, it might come up with some weird misunderstanding if I don't give it something. All right, here's another for you. I'm off to prepare dinner. We'll take shifts
I
on
like
lookout
this.
duty
I like
tonight.
this machine.
You two can sleep
This
first.
crab a
I'll
lot
wake
more
you
than
up later.
Paimon. It found food where Paimon couldn't find even a
Yes.
single fruit.
Even though most animals
All it
fled
wants
because
is
of the
some
ley
mechanical
lines,
parts.
we can't completely
That's all
let
it
down our
wants.
guard. It's settled then. I'll set up some pest repelling devices so poisonous insects don't come crawling into the tent.
I know I said I
Have a
wouldn't be
good
mean
night.
to Paimon, but come
Not
on,
too
man.
good though.
This robot that can't even understand English. hardly is able to find food. It understood the assignment, and Paimon didn't. Rest? Are we resting on these candles? On these lanterns? On these... What?
Paimon's getting sleepy. Is this because of the ley lines? It's been a while since we camped outside like this. This feels like when we just started adventuring together. Nighty-night.
Hmm? You're awake earlier than I expected. Did you sleep well? You have to maintain constant vigilance in dangerous places like this. Yawning all the time like that is no good. If you can't stay awake, it's okay. Go sleep some more. I'm not tired yet. Really? You don't need to push yourself. I'm used to staying up all night because many plant and animal species can only be observed during nighttime. Speaking of which, have you seen the crab? It was scampering around over there just now, but I don't know where it went. So you can tell. My suspicion is less towards the crab and more directed to its unrevealed owner. A ley line effluence of this magnitude occurred without any warning. Someone probably disrupted the natural flow of the ley lines. Until we fully understand the situation, take extra caution. The academia has banned mechanical lifeform research for years, so the origin of these creatures is very suspect. Topics related to mechanical lifeforms were popular in the Spontama for a time. Some of my juniors had also thrown themselves into such research. They proposed an intriguing idea. Use our knowledge to create a new and practical lifeform that could help humanity conquer nature. However, no matter which modules or parts are installed, a machine is innately a construct that receives and executes commands. They can never possess self-awareness like us or other living organisms. In their pursuit to discover the differences between mechanical and biological lifeforms, zealous researchers performed unregulated vivisections and other absurdly cruel experiments on animals. Research on mechanical lifeforms was thus banned. The irony is that the researchers became even more impetuous afterward. Who knows? Maybe this subject will be unbanned in a few years. That's a difficult question to answer. I'm interested in the
what
topic of
animal is
mechanical life,
Taimon?
but I don't like the researchers' attitudes.
I think he's a fox. A fox of some sort.
It's just my personal opinion. My ancestors and the Valuka Shuna of the desert coexisted together and supported one another. The bloodline of my people was born from this symbiotic relationship. So to me, all life is important. To understand life, you must first respect it. Life is not an expendable commodity, and knowledge should not be wielded like a scepter. These are the points of contention I have with some researchers, and why I left the academia. By placing yourself above other life forms, what kind of results do you expect to get from researching pure life with impure intentions?
He's like a hybrid of a fox and a human. He's like a weird species. I guess you can call him a furry, but he's more like a hybrid.
Really? Well, I'm glad to hear it. Coffee? Did you prepare this for us?
Coffee. How did he make coffee? How?
All right. Seeing that you're working so hard to help out, I'll give you another part. You're not planning on using it. Many of your own parts are critically degraded, and you're running low on power. All right. Suit yourself. Oh, and thanks for the coffee, but I'm about to go to sleep. Leave it with him. The night watch is yours. Stay safe.
Sorry. Paimon slept through the entire night.
It went into a little box to sleep. I like this robot more than Paimon, dude. Can I have this as my traveling partner? Can I have him? I can just ride him around like a little mount, and then he'll fight alongside me. Because Paimon doesn't even fight. Paimon doesn't do anything besides cry and whine whenever we start fighting, and then state the obvious after the fight is over. I'm sorry, I'm bullying Paimon a lot. I just really don't. I'm not very fond of Paimon.
Really? You're not mad?
I mean, I'm not mad at you.
Don't worry.
I'm just not very fond of
Sure
you.
to stay awake next time.
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. Quick question. Do you feel off at all? Me too. The farther in we go, the closer we get to the source of the ley line effluence. We'll be heading out earlier today. I'll take down the tent.
Is there something we can do?
Extinguish our fire so we don't set the entire forest aflame. Also, retrieve the pest-repelling devices from last night. We don't want to affect the ecosystem here.
Got it! Paimon will take care of the fire.
All right. Let's meet back here later. All right. It's about time to head out. As we go further in, we may encounter more berserk machines. The effects of the ley lines will also increase. If you're struggling, it would be wise to avoid conflict. Try to conserve as much energy as possible until we reach the source of the contamination. As I thought, the closer we get to the contamination source, the more mechanical monsters that appear.
Witness the power of
Scatter! Yeah. Yeah.
Just like we rehearsed.
This dance is for you. No, my sword.
Spring forth!
Ring cutter. With all my strength.
and your fate. May my final stand be a
Could have played that a lot sooner if they weren't on such low health. Yeah, it is now 3 hours. I'll probably end stream after this quest is over, and then we'll continue the rest of the quests on the next stream, which will probably be like a fair bit of time from now.
It stopped here!
Upon closer inspection, the plants here are really different. Leyline energies are also stronger here. This may be the place we've been looking for. Ready yourselves. We're going in.
Nope, now we have another domain. I'm playing as Tanar. I've played a little bit as Tanar. It's pretty straightforward.
There's a ton of mechanical monsters here. They made this place their lair.
Looks like there's no way to sneak by. Let's take care of them quickly.
I did not realize I was still on Kala.
Enshroud!
Dance with the waves! Here!
Germinate! Ha! Ha! Sa! Ha!
Ring cutter!
I hear everything!
Just for about color. Clear up.
What is this?
Leyline energy is spilling out from here. This device, it's extracting energy from the ley lines without end. Who in the world would do this without considering the consequences? The ley lines won't be able to repair themselves if their flow is perpetually disrupted like this.
That's terrible! We have to stop it! Oh, Paimon see. Paimon doesn't see controls anywhere!
Standing here is equivalent to being directly showered in leyline energy, which may cause irreversible damage to your body. Take Paimon and get out of here. I'll see if I can find a way to turn this thing off.
But you're also vulnerable to the ley lines, right? We're staying. We can't leave you here by yourself.
Then let's look for it together. If there is no control unit here, then there must be a trapdoor somewhere.
You know where it is? Hey, wait for us!
Keep up.
There's a chest. Snare.
What's this? It'll only show up if you step on it?
Be careful and watch your step.
Look! Someone's here! Are you the one that's taking the ley line's energy? Turn off that machine now! Why aren't you saying anything? Too ashamed?
His body is cold. It's emaciated, and his eyes are sunken, likely from chronic malnourishment and stress. He collapsed and never got back up. What exactly happened here? Almost forgot about you. Here, this is the last one.
What is it doing?
I'm not sure. Judging by this room's layout, this place was a laboratory. We should find a repository of research documents if we keep going. The file room will definitely give us some clues, so let's go take a look. Maybe we can piece together what happened here.
Yeah, so this guy's dead? Oh, he's definitely not moving. Oh, they just... They really didn't say much about that, did they? Huh?
It's huge in here!
This place is a natural hiding spot with how hidden it is. The pipes continue further. Let's head in.
Did you two find anything?
There are a lot of lab notes, but it would take way too long to read through them all. I found a tape recording used for an experiment, and based on its serial number, it's from 2 years ago.
Tape recording?
Yes, the Spontamog created a device that visually records experiments and consolidates the final production into a tape. However, these devices are expensive to make and aren't entirely stable. That's why they are only used in some laboratories and do not see wider usage.
Come on, let's watch it.
Hold on, let me figure out how to play the tape. There. Ah, okay, this should do it.
Kakata? Kakata? Seriously, I look away for 1 second and you're gone? There you are. Look here. This is our new home. I, Abatui, will unleash my talents here and amaze those ancient fossils at the Academia. Oh, you're also quite happy. Kakata, do you know what we're about to do? Yes, I thought not. Listen up, Kakata. I'm going to make a mechanical life form that can be mass-produced. The technology will be unlike anything else that exists. I'll use mechanical organs, and electric currents will course through them like blood. A steel-cast heart that will beat forever, and a brain of myriad components that can think like mine. Inspiration from the ruins and the research that the Academia had banned. I hope everything can start anew from this place. When you can understand our language and live among us, you will no longer be a boring machine, but a truly living being. It's fine. You will understand. One day, you will understand me.
Yeah, it is the crabs creating.
Kakata is the mechanical crab, right? And that researcher named Abatui said he wanted to prove something to the Academia?
I remember now. I had a junior researcher named Abatui. He was expelled from the Academia for researching mechanical life forms.
Junior researcher?
Yeah? Well, what's wrong?
Nothing. Paimon was just wondering, doesn't Abatui look older than you?
He is, but academic progression isn't tied to age. I finished my studies a while ago, so subsequent students generally considered me as their senior.
Oh.
Of course, age can be an issue. For a while, people always dragged me into pictures. I felt like some kind of animal on display. That isn't important. Let's go and see if we can find other tape recordings.
Data's written on it. Let Paimon see. It's from a half a year ago!
That's quite the time gap. I wonder what happened in between.
It's rare that you malfunction because of an operational error. Seems that making coffee is still somewhat difficult for you. Or is there an issue with my set parameters? All right, there you go. Water entered the Keela and caused it to short circuit, so it couldn't receive signals from the ganglion. Look at me, talking to you like this. You can't understand me anyway, can you? It's fine. I swapped in some new parts, so you should be all right now. Try moving around. Everything in working order? Be more careful next time. We're tight on money right now, so we don't have a lot of parts or power to spare. I'm glad. Karkata, did you know? Yesterday, I dreamed that you could talk. Aren't the bunch at the Academia always saying things like, mechanical intelligence is just an extension of statistics? They were blown away when they saw us talking with each other. Too bad it was just a dream. Forget holding a conversation with me. You're so simple that you probably wouldn't even notice if I died. Never mind. I should probably be worrying about next month's power.
After Abatui left the Academia, everyone lost contact with him. I thought he was so despondent that he gave up on researching mechanical life forms. Instead, he had holed up here and continued his experiments.
Paimon doesn't feel like he's a bad person. He even changed out Karkata's broken parts. Why would he mess with ley lines?
Let's keep looking around.
Uh-oh.
Keep up. Following the serial numbers, the next recording should be here. The writing is sloppy. Perhaps his state of mind had changed. There's also an undated tape in the wrong spot. Doesn't seem like Abatui put it there.
Maybe Karkata helped him with sorting.
It's hard to say.
Sorry,
These are the
I'm not
last
talking
two
too
tape
much.
recordings.
Just kind
Let's
of
watch
watching, listening, observing.
Sorry, Karkata. I was just thinking about something. Today might become a special day. In my recent experiments, I successfully gave you a living being's instincts. When you're low on power, or if one of your parts is damaged, you will prioritize your survival command and proactively recharge or replace your parts. That is a very dangerous thing. And today, I did something even more dangerous. I've officially activated the third-generation ley line extractor. The ley lines will serve as our power source from now on. Conducting research on mechanical life forms requires a large amount of power. Even if I scrimped and saved, the more I have wouldn't last for long. I'm also getting tired, Karkata. I don't know what's driving me to continue with this research anymore. They say that even if it simulates the operation of a living creature's organs, A machine is still an ice-cold tool. I want to prove them wrong. I want to turn you into a living, breathing, and talking being. I'm not talking about anything cheerful, Karkata. Modules for language, emotion, and movement. I've been working my absolute hardest to augment and refine your functionalities, but I've never seen an effective response. You are my finest success, but even you can't understand me. All you can do is execute limited responses based on preset commands or keywords. Karkata, I wish you could speak to me, even just once. Yes, you cannot understand me, so you cannot answer me either. It is what it is. In a few days, I'll sell the failed ley line extractor for some more and continue my experiments. Life goes on, and I have to as well. I don't have any other choice. This is new. If I place another 2 control modules here to simulate the brain's thalamus... of course my heart decides to act up now. Why did I cut medication from our expenses? Karkata, come help me. Strange. I feel weak. Oh no, I have to shut down the extractor. Shut it off. If we let them recharge indefinitely, they'll go out of control. Right. I never input a command to shut down the extractor, so you don't understand what I'm saying. In the end, it's just like the academia said. Mechanical life forms only bring danger. My research... Was there any point to it at all? I'm sorry, Karkata. In the end, I still wasn't able to turn you into a true mechanical life form.
I see. So the ley line effluence was an accident. After Abatui's unexpected death, the mechanical monsters were driven by their instincts and continuously drew out power from the ley line extractor. This eventually resulted in severe damage to the ley lines.
Paimon understands. Then why didn't Karkata go haywire like the other machines?
Because Karkata is different from the other machines. Structures similar to living organisms, the ability to cry and laugh, and capacity for independent thought. To Abatui, only a machine with these features could be considered a mechanical life form. Perhaps only by building such a machine could he have the academia acknowledge his protracted research. But if he had slowed down and saw Karkata as a friend instead of an experimental product, he would have noticed. Karkata can't speak. And yet it cares about Abatui far more than it does about itself.
What does that mean?
You'll see in a bit. But before that, we have a more urgent task at hand. First, let's find the control unit for the ley line extractor and shut it down.
How tragic. Though it seems that a part of Abatui's research was not in vain. The crab doesn't seem like a completely mindless machine. It seems to have some aspects of life. Especially now that we know that it didn't go as, out of control like the other machines.
More of this transparent flooring. It feels like a maze. Below us is the final room. The control unit is likely in there.
The way ends here. Wanna try jumping down?
Oh boy.
Positions. Yeah, yeah.
Can't see.
Scatter!
No, my sword! Body enough.
I'll uproot you. Enshroud! Time to pull some weed.
Just like we rehearsed.
Propagate!
Hi!
Let me weave you a verse. Time to act.
Let's nip that in the butt. Spring forth!
All eyes on me.
Positions.
Rain outlines your fate.
This should be the control unit. Once we turn it off, the ley line extractor should also shut down. Without an external force damaging the ley lines, they should start to slowly repair themselves. Oh, but I bet you two are more worried about Karkata. Let's head back.
I was somewhat wondering where he was, or I'm not sure. How did Kale... Let's see. He's trying to repair him. But it doesn't work like that. So this is why he was trying to collect parts. So he could repair his master. But he doesn't understand that that's not how it works. Very unfortunate.
So, Karkata has been collecting parts because it thinks doing so will fix its owner?
Karkata is unable to understand the concept of death. However, it probably remembers when Abatui replaced its parts when it malfunctioned, and how that restored it to an operational state. It's true that Karkata isn't able to think or understand many topics, but it is like a small child that imitates what adults do.
So that's why it kept stealing mechanical parts. But it can't repair its owner, no matter how hard it tries.
Yes, but the important thing is that it formed the thought of wanting to repair Abatui. No one knows how this thought came to be, but it has even suppressed the instincts that Abatui had installed. If it really is as we've predicted, this research truly will make waves in the academia. It might have been possible to achieve this with ancient technology, but no one has been able to do the same with modern tools.
Karkata? Karkata? Can you hear Paimon? Tainari says you're awesome!
It reached its limit. It hasn't recharged this entire time, nor has it replaced its severely damaged parts. It's a miracle that it managed to hang on for so long. I'm going to confirm that the ley line extractor has shut down. Come with me. Let them be alone for a while.
So in the end, he created a machine that does have aspects of humanity. Karkata had the ability to at the very least imitate selflessness. He cared more for his master than he did for himself, going to the point where he ran out of power without recharging himself, just to try and save his master. So I feel his master didn't die for nothing. Even though he's not a completely intelligible life form, he does still have aspects of human life.
The ley line extractor has ceased operation.
I think this is
traces of ley line energy
one of the more
are still in the
interesting
atmosphere,
storylines
but the effluence's source
I've
has been
played so
stopped.
far.
The purification
Definitely one of
devices
the
will
more
handle the
sad ones.
rest. Moving on, those affected by the ley lines need immediate care. We'll put up an announcement on the bulletin board about the dangers of entering the contaminated region, and for symptomatic individuals to find Kale. According to the Academia's policies, we need to bring everything back. Research materials related to mechanical life forms will be destroyed, and Karkata will be disassembled and sealed away.
What the heck?
You two should return first. I'll take care of things here. Although we've stopped the source of the effluence, the ley line energy in the air exceeds normal values. Your bodies won't be able to hold up if you continue to
But...
Listen, the traveler hasn't rested very well, right? Also, it'll take some time to pack up all the research documents. You're not familiar with this research after all, so you won't be of much use here. Tell the Adventurers Guild that the incident has been resolved, and then get some sleep. We can discuss matters tomorrow. Oh, and don't talk about Abatui. The fewer that know about mechanical life form research, the better.
Alright. Then let's go back to Catherine.
What an unsatisfying ending. How unfortunate. Let's see. See if things turn up brighter for Karkata.
Anyway, so the contaminated region turned out to be a ley line effluence deep in the forest. Things are already getting back to normal.
I see. Thank you for your hard work. Once the excess leyline energy dissipates from the air, we should be able to make an announcement for residents to resume their normal activities. This is the stipulated reward. Please accept it.
Is Karkata going to be sent back to the academia? It's already damaged, but Paimon feels sad thinking about it getting disassembled. Oh, then how about we find Tainari tomorrow and ask him not to do that? Paimon really wants to go right now, but Tainari said that we would discuss matters tomorrow. We'll probably make him mad if we go now, huh? Alright then, we'll find Tainari tomorrow and tell him not to disassemble Karkata.
Yeah, this quest is just about finished. I think there's only a few more things to do. What time did it say?
How are you feeling? Sleep well? We should go find Tainari. How do you think we should ask him?
Probably gonna end stream after this quest, and then we'll probably do a live stream, finish the next story quest, and then I'll do a live stream later. I don't know if he'll be up by then. But we'll finish this quest off first. Shouldn't be too long now, though.
Yeah, with all my strength. Yeah. Ha. Yeah.
No, my sword! Time to act.
Um, sure. If it makes you feel comfortable saying it.
Keep your voice
I don't
down.
mind.
The lilac daphne, a daphne of the genus Thameliaceae, has a strong anticonvulsant effect, can be made into an anesthetic powder. Extrapolating from these two datasets, it would be particularly potent against Piscine species. Hey, make sure you're getting all this down.
Karkata?
Oh, I thought I told you all to keep your voices low. Plants aren't afraid of noise, but your shouting is making my ears ring.
You didn't disassemble Karkata?
Why would I do that?
But Paimon thought you said, according to the Academia's policies...
So that's why you two barged in like barbarians at this hour. Fine, I suppose I wasn't clear enough about this yesterday. What I meant was, according to the Academia's policies, all products of research must be destroyed. That's why we can't let the Academia discover that place. Anyway, the first thing I did was repair Karkata. During my time at the Academia, I took an elective course at the Spontama. Who knew it would prove useful one day? We then buried Abatui together. After organizing the research materials, I kept some as a souvenir. Most of it was burned to hide the evidence. I'm not with the Academia, so what do their policies have to do with me? On the other hand, I am the Forest Watcher of the Avidya Forest. I have a duty to protect all life in the forest. All life brought forth in this world has meaning, and Karkata is no exception. If it exists, then it shouldn't be carelessly abandoned or destroyed.
That's great! Wait, you just said life form. You recognize Karkata as a true living being now?
The possibility exists, is all. It's hard to explain Karkata's efforts to repair Abatui. Abatui only left behind a small portion of his research. Who knows how many commands he installed? Maybe a conflict between all those commands resulted in this sort of behavior. From a more rigorous perspective, it is impossible to conclude that Karkata is a real life form. But the possibility exists. I am willing to believe in that. By the way, I'm not interested in continuing research on this subject. I'm just letting it hang out here because this place is relatively secluded. But as things stand now, it wouldn't be a bad idea to make it my research assistant. At the very least, it can record my experiments. What do you think?
Oh, that's a new saying. Alright. Well, Karkata got a nice, somewhat happy ending. In my opinion, I think Karkata is a real life form. And at the very least, he has potential to be. That's that's the end of that quest, so I think we'll be in extreme now, but I'll stream sometime later and finish off finish this quest and then finish these quests and then see what goes from there.
First, get into position like this. Then move
Thanks for
like
tuning
that.
in, Joe.
Yep, that's it.
See you later. Alright. Let's let's get you.